Yeah, good on my end.
There's loud music. Oh my god, it was loud.
Mine's muted, so I can't hear anything.
I think that's what I want. Maybe.
Not jamming out to the music. Nope. Not me.
Alright, if anyone's in the thing live waiting.
Yeah, drop that mic. People love hearing it.
Okay.
Yes, the background music. Turning that down. Fantastic.
Yeah, I got a.
Holy smokes.
I have a Bluetooth earbud under my actual headset, so I can listen to the live stream just to get it started. A lot of people can hear us talking right now, but
Oh yeah, I mean, I know they can hear it. I'm listening to it. It's just
Good.
I'll have to mute myself or mute it after at some point because I'm not going to listen to you and me talk twice.
yeah, it's very confusing as we're both talking separate here.
Subscribe to the box. Do it.
What'd you say?
Telling people to subscribe to the box. Same with plugging before.
Alright, I think everything's running smoothly other than this channel not wanting to do its thing. I keep adjusting it to.
Oh, I'm quite large in this thing. Oh, yeah, there we go.
And we have...
I didn't turn on my light.
Eh.
Listen, if you're just going to shamelessly plug yourself, I'm just going to shamelessly plug myself. That's how this works.
Yeah.
Alright, so this is a big old test run. Because we have no idea what we're doing. Well, Brandon does, but he's not the one in charge here, so...
When do I know what I'm doing? I never know what I'm doing. What are you talking about?
Alright. Oh, duh. 2 in the chat. And I'm like, who could that be? Well, it's Matt on his thing, and then me or you.
That's not me.
No? Okay.
No.
Matt, what did you do to make your screen go huge now? What the heck?
I didn't do it.
Don't.
Oh God!
Ah!
He's overtaking me! Get back! No, it's on that side. Get back!
He keeps doing that. I gotta figure out a way to lock those. Maybe if I... Oh, Matt's gone. He's just a Skype screen. Now you're mini. Okay.
Don't worry, everybody. This is all just a test run.
We've got some...
We'll get there eventually.
Lock. Okay, that way no one can change sizes, hopefully.
I like it when Huber was tiny. That's perfect.
It is. It works. I like it.
Alright, this is a test run of a live stream, bit of a watch party. Let's go replug this in the box and see if anyone hops on.
There's a reason that I'm just ahead.
Mike said so.
Why'd your camera do that, Brandon?
Why did you make my camera do that?
I didn't!
I did.
I'm not touching buttons. It just keeps happening.
Hands have been off the keyboard, okay? All right, hands are up here.
Listen, is this a watch party or a therapy session?
Yes.
Hand check. Okay. It will be a watch party. Let's just... I'm gonna replug this quick on socials.
Every time a song happens, that's what I do.
It's okay. We know the end result of this whole thing. It's fine.
Oh, we did it at the same time. So I'm like 10 seconds behind.
Yeah, there's a little bit of latency.
There will be.
You're a little late.
There is actually, well, at least in Streamlabs, there's a low latency mode, but that basically completely removes that. But I don't know about OBS.
I think there was a low latency thing.
But it doesn't matter. 10-second delay is good enough.
Yeah, I'm okay. I think I went not lowest, but low, just to try to not overdo this on this computer. I fixed the whole RAM issue that I was having, because that was a lot easier than I thought, but I don't know how good the processor is. Well, I know the processor's not the best, so...
That was a great explanation. By the way, it's fantastic. Loved it.
Well, I'm sure you understand what I'm talking about, at least.
I don't understand those limitations. No.
Some of us are poor.
Priority.
Well, you have the computer and the setup. I got me a phone.
Listen, just because I stream a couple times a week, okay? What do you want from me? It's a fun little hobby.
More socks.
More socks. So where's this game?
It's coming.
We
should probably introduce ourselves, because it is a live stream. Even no one's watching. But I'm Matt. Brandon is in the bottom right of your screen, and Matt Huber, the FC Fanatics, in the bottom left.
Let me just make sure I got this right. I still have a hard time with this. Yeah, I did it. All right. I can't tell my left from my right when I go on the show with Adam. So
yeah, you're also really good at catching the flyby things.
No, I'm awful at that. I still can't do it.
So the way
I need a 5-second warning before that happens.
So there's an echo.
There's an echo?
I don't care.
I can try.
Yeah, there is.
Where is it echoing from? What if I turn this one off?
Do you have one of the outputs monitored with output?
Let's see. I have my mic. I have the NDIs.
Plus, if you're listening to the stream like on your computer, that's not going to help.
Let's turn off the desktop audio. That probably helps.
Oh, there's an echo. Although now there's not. Test. Chicken. Banana pants.
Okay, so you're saying there's
Togs.
Yeah, I had my desktop audio on.
Yeah, that you can't listen to your own stream on your same computer. You have to listen to it on another device.
I wasn't trying to listen to it on my computer. My Bluetooth headphones were up to my phone, but I just forgot to turn the desktop audio off. I should do that on every channel. Hey, look, we're at that other one. I got big again.
Wait, what about superstructure?
I didn't say anything about superstructure.
Oh,
Ooh, there I am.
That Huber guy.
The top left corner of the screen.
Why does
that one blue dot?
All right,
No.
Let's lock that before it keeps changing.
Oh, are you rewinding it? Are you rewinding it?
Yeah, I can rewind it really quick.
Right.
We need to see the Sogs man.
All right, that'll restart that. What keeps
what you eating there?
changing?
Carvel ice cream.
Oh.
Yeah, good.
Matt, it could be because if we're different, different resolutions.
Oh, maybe because of the phone thing. No, I think I gotta get set to...
Yes, there's my books. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay, you're in place.
Right shoulder.
This guy locked.
Rawr, I am a velociraptor.
Fun fact,
Ladies
that
and
is
gentlemen,
my
please rise and remove your hats for the singing
tag
of the American and Canadian national anthems.
Twitch,
Performing
as
for
you
us
know.
this evening, please welcome.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Stand
I wouldn't know that.
Yeah, you would. Okay,
Stop.
so just to let everyone know, so you see me in the blue. The people that are above and to the my right, if you're watching the left, that is Bo and his wife.
I forget. Why was Bo out?
Bo had a red card. This was after the game where I think he swore, and they gave him a red card.
Yep. He said a bad word.
Yep.
Okay, I'm pretty close if you check your...
Oh, I'm watching. Yeah, the only issue is obviously Huber is itty bitty when he talks, but
That's fine.
That's a him problem, unfortunately.
yeah,
That's
no,
fine. I don't mind.
God, when was the last time we got to see Petrera suit up?
I think he did a couple times this year, but I don't know how much he actually got on the turf.
Mm-hmm. Just feels like it's been ages.
Yeah, a couple.
It also
was
really...
interesting. We didn't see Baltimore sign Stephen Drew, but we never saw him on the field.
I saw him on the bench. Does that help?
Alright, I want to go into YouTube.
Sure.
Yeah, I tuned in. I don't remember what game I tuned in for, but I just remember seeing him on the bench.
Yeah.
So there was that.
Yeah.
Oh, it just made me sad. I just wanted to see him. I missed him. He was entertaining. He was fun.
Absolutely.
Especially in this game too. I think it was towards the end. No
Yeah.
spoilers.
No. Zippo on the spoilers, but yes. Hint, hint, hint.
Big plays all round.
Yeah, I'll tell you, I wish every arena had a supporters group like Mississauga did. They didn't have a lot of people, but they brought a lot of energy.
Yep, I love
And
that.
were very hospitable. I mean, I was telling Matt before we got on the call, I got to Mississauga like 3 or 4 hours before kickoff. And met with some of the guys, and we had a few drinks, we talked shop.
The goalkeeper, number 00, Sebastian Zabayos.
I go over in the third quarter and hang out in the section.
Number 4, Adrian Can.
And they had good intro graphics this year.
Yeah, I was gonna say I really thought their intro graphics were very professional. I mean, they could have maybe resized the images to fit the little screen that they had, but you know, that's just a pet. That's just a picking a little bit here and there.
Yeah, so they just showed Mo Babuli, and when was it 2 years ago? Yeah, it was 2 years ago when Utica hosted the Canadian national team. Mo Babuli was on that team. Also, Anua Obasi. And a few months later, we were talking about it or something, and Tommy goes, "Listen, we signed someone from that game."
Thank you for your cooperation.
And I'm like, it's got to be one of two people. Either
Yeah.
Obasi or I wanted Mobili on Utica.
I mean, you were pretty stoked about Obasi.
All right,
yeah.
Stars
100%.
fans, we're just about ready for kickoff. Let's hear you
100%.
make some noise.
Sad,
I will-
sad that he went to Ontario, but maybe he'll be back next season. Who knows?
I will keep my opinions to myself.
Welcome everybody to Mississauga Metro Stars Arena
I
Soccer.
understand.
on
I just don't think he will be back.
Joined by a much
I don't
brighter
think he.
Stephen
I mean,
just got back from the beaches of
Better.
Mexico. Stephen, welcome back to the broadcast booth, my friend.
depends on the
Thank you,
it
Alex.
depends on the new leadership.
Scottish
Yeah,
red, it's called,
it's-
isn't it? A bit burnt in the forehead.
We made
It's
it back to
definitely
the for
going
a
to be
big,
tough
big
to
divisional
see
matchup
what
tonight
direction
between
the team
Metro
goes.
Stars and Utica City FC, their first year in Utica
Yes,
City,
Alex
but this is an
Bastradansky from
experienced
MASL
squad of,
Primetime on the
previously
play-by-play
played
for
in
this.
Syracuse, and they've been on fire thus far early in
Yep.
the season with a 5-2 record.
Yeah,
It's a different
brilliant
time.
season form. They really set the pace.
I just want to hear Biggs on every single broadcast. That's all. That's all I want.
There was a defeat, but I still think they've got
And
bundles
Mario
of
Alvarez
quality
from
within
Turlock.
the side and experience, like you said.
I
Alex,
still
it's a new
I
team in
still
Utica, but
want
they have that team
my
coming over from Syracuse,
Philly
so another
Biggsy
difficult
crossover.
testing matchup for the
That's I will
newly formed
if
Mississauga
that ever
Metro Stars.
happens,
Problem for the
I
Metro
will
Stars
die a happy
for
man.
many of the games this season, as we almost see Ceballos get caught there.
This was a nice.
unsuspecting, but
This
it's
was a
been
nice
slow
arena.
starts.
I
They're
don't.
gonna climb out of a hole
I
early on.
think
They're hoping
if
to change that tonight against the
this
strong Utica
team
squad.
had
Different
given
players
itself
in the
a couple
lineup.
more
Mentioned
years,
Sebastian Ceballos, the keeper, in
or
for
if they had
Adrian
decent
Bečić.
ownership, I think it would have been
Now
good.
trying
I
to
mean,
mix things up a little bit, and you'll see Ceballos
the
come out of
arena
his
was
net quite a
nice.
bit.
The turf
He's
was
great with his
nice.
feet, and Phil was looking for that.
They had good fan support. At least they had a passionate base.
Yeah, they had a great supporter section. The owner just basically got up and left and was like, "No,
Oh, you mean kind of like Orlando?
Get back from Marco Rodriguez playing
exactly.
at the back once again tonight.
I guess that's one-
Yeah,
Coach Phil before the game. What did
I was
he
just
tell
gonna say, I
you
guess
about
that's one thing we got to
Utica
be thankful
Yeah, he
for
told
in
me there
Utica
was a
is
lot of quality,
I don't
of
think our
course,
owner's just
and
going to
we
up
see
and disappear one day.
the team captain out here tonight, but they've still got
Nah, he's got
bundles quality
a bit of
for
stake in
Billy.
that, doesn't he?
Oof, nice shot.
It was a good look for Mobili there, right in front of the goal. We expect him maybe to do a
Tell
little
you
bit better.
something,
Decent save though from
Uber's not happy.
Richard Coughlin.
To be fair, Vitali had a down year this year, and then in 2019,
Everyone had a down
20
year.
No, in 18-19. And then 19-20 and this past season, I think he was better.
The offensive punch on this team.
I'm going to disagree. I don't think everyone had a down year. I think Tim definitely had an up year in my opinion.
She's trying to pull off.
That's fair. That's fair.
Brian Wilkin,
Quentin Swift.
I mean, a lot of the rookies, obviously, there's nothing really to compare to, but
Yeah, they don't have. There's nowhere to go but up. That's the thing. There's literally nowhere to go but up.
Plus 12 goal differential. 40%.
I mean, they can exceed expectations.
And killing off those penalties at 67%. Just an all
Right.
around.
and I think they all did
From
that.
top to bottom here.
Yeah, and they're a great side with
So I'm
bundles of
hoping
energy as well, Alex.
next
As you
season
said,
they bring
very,
back
very fit. They can
those-
argue up and down.
those guys
A lot of young
because
boys, a lot of quality
I
in
mean,
the side
geez.
as well. Like I say, I'm missing one of the dominant figures in
Fernandinho.
Jelic.
Oh yeah.
He's not playing tonight.
Towards the
That's
end
a
there,
real
oh.
gap, so that's a bonus, but they still have.
So it's funny with that Ronaldinho signing at the beginning of the year. I sent it.
Ronaldinho. I don't know why I said Ricardinho. I'm thinking Florida.
That's okay. It's all right. It's all right.
I sent a text to my brother. We signed Ronaldinho. He goes, the Ronaldinho. I'm like, a Ronaldinho. But
I remember that conversation.
But then after the last game, Marshall was the one that won Ronaldinho's jersey at an auction.
Yeah, he's been outstanding for them so far.
That's
They're running
right.
15 points in 7 games.
That's ironic.
He went from "How dare you mess with my emotions like that" to "It's the same name on the back."
It's the same name. I want that jersey. Give me.
We see Babuli do a great job there.
Yeah, it's great work from Babuli.
That's another one that I miss. Mo Kenaway.
Mo,
defend not just
fun fact,
an
Mo
attacking force,
Kenaway
scored
scored the first,
also a lad that loves to get back.
I want to say it's first away goal for Utica City.
From the dangerous.
It was either the first away goal or the first home goal.
Jonathan Nazario.
I know Lucio scored the other one.
Who's tearing up the arena.
Well, you know what?
I think it was Mo Kenaway against Harrisburg.
I can find that out.
Pretty sure.
You do that.
Just now you got me curious. So now I need to know.
It's gonna be a nice, relaxing night. We're gonna watch a good game. If you didn't watch this one to begin with, well, you missed out.
What he can do, but he's got a lot of confidence in it.
Well, that's for sure.
Definitely didn't watch this one.
He understands the
Yeah, no, it's not like you were there.
ins and outs does Azario.
You were just too busy watching the drummer go
Really loves. He
down in the
does.
supporter section.
Working on his fitness, of course, to try
No,
and get ready to
I
walk down
was
this
I was
arena,
definitely
soccer
into
pitch
this
that
game.
obviously
Imagine-
I had a few beers in me, so
Imagine not having your drum taken away all the time.
Quality.
yeah.
I'm excited to see how he does here in the game. It's a much bigger field than
Fucking bounce.
where the Metro Stars train at Canlan, but an opportunity for him to show his worth and show his quality feet.
If they get a close-up on Logan, he looks, I mean, I know the last 4 years aged everyone just because of the world, but
Yeah.
look at how much younger Logan looks with the short hair and no beard.
Coming off at the right
Oh,
point.
I know.
This guy comes
Logan
on,
has
just
been
takes his
so
foot on the
hampered with
pitch, so
injuries. It
like
sucks.
we've always said, we've reiterated again that
Okay,
this is a
so
game that the Metro Stars are learning. It's going to take a little bit of
I'm
time
gonna
before
let you
they're
take
up
one
and
final
running at
guess
full
as to
speed,
which
but
one's which. Who scored the first goal at home? Who scored the first goal away? You do have both people correct.
Yeah, I do.
But which one is which?
I want to say.
Big 7-6 win over Harrisburg, where they just hung on.
I want to say Gonzaga
the hair
home
on their
kind of way
chin
away.
chin there, but pulled it off in a great win, their second win of the
Sterling.
campaign, where that
That's what I'm
close
gonna say.
to taking down the three-time NSL defending
I want to say
champion,
the same, but just for
Baltimore Blast,
the
had
sake
the
of one of us right, one of us wrong, I'll go the opposite.
went down by a goal.
Well, Huber's
That
right.
was
Okay.
their best season of the
Mo
best
Kenaway
season
got the
by
first-
far, Stephen. I think you'd
It
agree with
was
that, even though they
so
lost.
Gonzaga scored against Baltimore.
There's a chance.
So here's D-roll on the
Correct.
line.
The first
D-roll, see if
game
anyone helps out.
was against Harrisburg in Harrisburg, and Mo scored the first goal. The second game was at home against Baltimore.
Coaching stuff from the
Gonzaga
Metro
scored the
Stars
scored the first goal.
Led by
That
Brendan
was-
Rosario, there's a chance to
Was
just
that
run the pitch.
the 3-2 game? I know Utica won that game. It was like
Utica won both of them.
3-2.
Didn't we start the year like 6-0, and then Milwaukee came in and put us in our place?
Yeah, we were on a roll the first year. I mean, now I need to reopen it because I
But
closed it.
yeah, it was a low-scoring game with Baltimore. I remember that.
Let's see. So
That was not
No question
the
about
next.
that.
It might have been 4-3.
it was 5-2.
Oh, okay.
Harrisburg was 9-7. Baltimore was 5-2. Yeah. So I think.
That Zabayas has outside of the net. We see a chance for
Actually,
Metro
I'm trying to
Stars
think
here.
of when you were
Babuli,
what game you guys are thinking of.
professionally in Syria last year. Will he take it
I
now?
might be thinking 2019, 2020.
Nice save
Well,
by
I was initially thinking that was the
Back to him there by Joseph Karen.
oh, what was it? The playoff
Oh
game.
god, that game. The minigame was so
But
good.
I mean,
That's a game we don't talk
Yeah, no.
about. We don't talk about.
We can talk about the road playoff
we
game.
could talk about the road game where we trounced them 12-9.
So the weird thing is, and I never thought I would see Andrew Hoxie in Utica Blue.
Me neither.
After the way he decimated us in 2018, 2019 in the playoffs.
Yep. Or basically whenever he showed up.
Yeah, I mean, he played for Rochester for a while as
Picks it
well.
up again. Matt Rios, but it's whistled down, and it's going to be a free kick.
It was
Well,
always
yeah,
scary to see Hoxie with the ball.
From that game against Baltimore, where they had such a strong performance.
Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt you.
A bit of a dud against Milwaukee. It was an 8-2 final. The score is not really indicative of Oh, nice try there.
First, and the only time we saw this guy, Alice.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had two guys this game play their only game of the season, and that's because, well, no Schindler and no Bo.
Right.
Yeah, well, I have a story to tell in the fourth quarter about one of the guys.
Yeah, give away sloppy goals.
So don't forget this was the year that Schindler was playing for the Lancers at the same time in M2.
That's right, he was doing both.
Give a side of
Yeah.
So we played like 5 games in 10 days at one point.
Early start and a few goal lead.
He played the semifinals in the M2
Need to make
Yep.
for
sure that
Rochester, and
stay in
then
these
flew
games at early
back.
stages,
From
play
California,
a
right?
bit more of the head.
Yep.
And we saw that tonight here. I think nothing spectacular
So-
in the early stages of this first quarter, but
I got curious because I'm going to be going out to a couple of the
managing the match
the
really
Rock
well
City
so
team,
far.
the Rock City games in the next like month. And
Me too.
which ones? Which ones?
I'm going with you. You didn't know that?
I have not been told.
Team up there.
No, she did not tell me.
May 22nd.
Yep. And then the Rochester game, or the Lancers game.
Yeah, May 22nd. Whatever other game. Yeah.
It's like June 12th or something.
Something. Yes.
Yeah. But yeah, I wasn't sure if Rochester Lancers even had a outdoor team anymore, but I saw that they do.
So, yes. So the Lancers, they rebranded. And now they have Flower City Weekend or something like that.
Okay.
And then I think the Lancers have an academy.
Yes, that's who's playing this game as far as I'm aware.
Yeah. I'm going. So.
I want to go to a Rochester Rhinos game. They're playing, who is it? They're playing the New England Revolution 2, which is, I mean, me and Michelle are going out to a Revs game next month as well. And they're playing, the Rochester Rhinos are playing that team, their second team, at home in like August. And I want to go see that game.
Okay, so I'm going to give you a softball trivia question.
Okay.
Losing it just about in the
What
offensive yellow line, Alex. If Luke
current
could break away
Utica
just a few
City
times.
player actually played for the Rhinos in their championship season?
In the opening quarter here.
Yeah, it was that lad on the ball there, Daru.
Nate Bordeaux.
He's got the pace. Left-footed, looks like he's a bit of a player.
Current,
We'll have to keep
like
an eye on him,
current,
make sure he
current.
doesn't get space and time to open
I
his
will
legs
say
up.
current, and they're in this game.
Nice play by Adrian Can there to get it back to.
Yeah, I'm going to stay with Nate Bordeaux.
Massimo Mirabelli, the
Joey.
new man, number 12. And
The
he's
answer is
looked
Nate
pretty
Bordeaux.
good so far. Very solid out there for the Metro Stars.
Nate ended up playing, I think, towards the end of that season.
In Jonathan Osario, number 99.
Thank you to our friend in Ontario, Philly,
Mark my word,
who used that fun
this man
fact
right here,
when he
Osario,
joined the pod
gets a bit of space.
and
Fantastic. Absolutely.
when the
Osario,
broadcast was on out there.
he knows the arena game, and it's very
So I got to hear that
So what
fact a
you're telling
couple
me is
times.
that's how you knew.
Yes, I heard that fact a couple times.
Well,
Because Onua Obasi was also on that team.
1-0 Metro Stars
Yep.
lead.
Yeah, fantastic goal.
that
Tremendous
was a really
play from
good
Rosario,
goal
wasn't
for
it?
them.
Using his strength, his vision.
It's one of those things you can't say much about.
Yeah, I mean, it's a
Standard
standard play.
What a ball off the
Ball
ball.
scorer.
What a finish from Joseph Kerrin. Defender, that looked like a striker.
Okay,
finish
let me
into
try
the back of the net.
They're gonna take a
Hey,
timeout.
appreciate it,
So
Jack.
far, we 1-0 Metro Stars. Great start in the first
It's
quarter
still a
here.
work in
You're
progress.
watching Mississauga Metro Stars. Arena
Jay Will's
Soccer
in the
at
house.
NASL TV. We'll be right back.
Listen, I figured somebody has to respond.
I'm still, well, I don't have chatter, so I don't see.
I know. You're the plus you're the tiny little window.
Oh, I figured out how to get the chat finally pop up. Okay, that's, yeah, now I see it. Thank you.
I mean, it helps when I have, 3 screens.
Arena play by the newcomer to the Metro Stars.
That's,
I'm still upset at Jack over getting the Obasi jersey 2 weeks ago. Still
Yeah,
upset.
exactly as Alex. It was just great play.
Grudge
from him.
match.
It looked like there was nothing on, wasn't it? Being defended pretty well. Back to goal. on the angle. Just found a
Play each other for it. One-on-one. 1v1 me.
I have way too many jerseys at this point.
Accurate. I'm glad we took one away from you.
No chance with a save.
It's just going to be replaced at this point.
So far this season, my guess he's got at least 3 or 4.
I don't know with what yet. I'm trying to get my hands on a Chihuahua Savage jersey.
Ooh.
That's a little tougher than I expected.
Who are you trying to get in particular?
It doesn't matter.
You just want a jersey. It doesn't matter whose name's on it.
Doesn't matter. I want a Chihuahua Savage jersey.
Boy, do you remember when we could pass it back to the goalie over and over and over again?
That I host and produce. Plays of the week. 1 week number 1 and number 2. 2 goals.
By the way, I have literally no idea where this. Where I mean, I can see where the stream is at, but I was actually trying to. Oh, hi!
Hold on, I'm trying to.
Whoa!
No question in my mind, he was doing on purpose. He looked up, he saw his man, and just made an absolutely perfect.
Trying to figure out so that Matt's not tiny. What? Mouse, now is not a good time to freeze.
Coughlin once again has to be there though. Yeah, he's been on his toes early in the
Beauty
game.
of live television.
Apparently the apparently the jersey is still up on the wall. The one you wanted. That's what I'm saying.
Managing the game, the Metro Stars in the early stages, we said it wasn't spectacular, but they were the better team. They're playing most of the football within the half. I do think Ceballos has been excellent.
Yeah,
At the start here, just
I have. It definitely, I think is it's looking pretty slick. Let's hope the team's just as sharp.
I think it'll be interesting to see. There's a waste of an opportunity right there. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens with Chihuahua now that Monterey is back.
Just a little touch there by Slava, and it's going to be a free kick for the Metro Stars.
Yeah, disappointing moments for Slava.
What you should do is you should take the title, the Metro Stars thing, and you should move that off to the left.
That's the
Under
plan.
GCP and just shrink it down.
That's the plan.
Doesn't quite have the height of a Becic, but not an easy thing to do with the size of goals here to lob it over.
I'm just kind of watching, you know, on a little bit of, obviously I'm watching on a little bit of a delay, since I can't see nothing on Skype.
Neither can I. I'm staring at a TV screen, which is why I'm not staring at my phone.
Yeah. So maybe a little timely reminder for Mississauga.
I kind of tried to, so I have the your video, and then I have next to it, I've got the actual game going, because I've been trying to line up the time, because I know that the stream is a few seconds behind.
Right.
And so I've been trying to like line things up and put it like 10 seconds ahead of what's on the screen, and so I can react at the right time and go, yeah!
You should just be able to use the little feedy thing that I sent you. To say the shared window in Skype. I've got that playing pretty close to what's actually going on.
7 goals and 7 assists in 14 games. Again, another balanced player, Steven. Not only with
The shared window is frozen.
The shared window is frozen.
Yeah, I just have a static image on Skype. Oh hey, now it's playing.
Oh, I had to open it back up. So I can't have.
So you were messing with me.
I'm sorry, I had OBS open trying to get that figured out. See, now you can't see it.
Nope. I was gonna say it was stopped and now started, and now there's gray windows in front of it, but not for stream, just for me.
Too many men on the field, Paul. I think it is. I think Ron Corey is
most away trips in the league is going to be
too many men on the field, which is,
right.
I gotta admit, I think that's one of the things that kind of was the downfall for Mississauga in this game, was the amount of penalties.
I can agree with that. Yeah.
Over a month. Their next home game won't be until February 15th against the Baltimore Blast.
Okay.
Let's see. Where is this?
Brandon, is that working for you now?
It is.
if I do that, and then I take my other thing and go put it over here and be like, hey, come back here. I had you set up that way on purpose.
Ask a lot of questions and get a lot of answers about what this squad is all about.
Yeah, I was to say, as long as you move the gray window, then it's good.
2 minutes left in the opening quarter now. 1-0 for the Mississauga Metro Stars over visiting
Probably.
Utica City FC. Utica applying the pressure now, though.
Although I do have to just give myself a little bit of credit. Somehow I had my YouTube video exactly where yours is. I figured out the delay before you gave it to me, so you just a little pat on the back, you know, no big deal. By the way, it was too many men.
Yeah, that's what I figured. There's going to be, I think in the next quarter, there's going to be back-to-back too many men calls, I think.
Yeah, I'm just not going to tell you against who.
No, that's fine.
Any room to sort of get things
I know there's one
Yeah, I
against
think
Utica.
the Metro Stars, we spoke
Yep.
about how direct they were the previous
Pardon me.
Bencic playing that longer ball
How
into corner,
dare you.
worked for a couple, but in fairness to the opposition,
Oh, we've got
they
some,
worked that
there's
out
also
and
going to
they
be some
realised that
contact above the
ball was
head.
negated a little bit, so the Metro Stars had to try and play it out.
Oh, this is going to be a lot
That
easier
full
to...
press from Milwaukee.
Yeah,
was there.
that-
I think
yeah, that
Utica have
nice
tried it a
big
little bit
sigh.
today, Alex, maybe not to the
There
same
we go.
extreme, but
Oh, I've got them perfectly synced up now.
Metro Stars,
For you and for me.
The fact
Bios has
that
helped that. He's always been that option.
certain
Played some nice little triangles.
broadcasters
Got
from
their
other
angles a little bit more
teams make
correct.
fun of me for saying that.
It's great, right? It's
Yep.
amazing.
But then it was really funny when a broadcaster on another team did it himself.
The last few minutes though have been decidedly
And you know, that's not the only time that I said that. I continuously say contact above the
Plus
head.
seconds of this power play
So
to
it
go.
wasn't just that one
Very
particular
important
time.
Mississauga
Ah,
stays
so you
strong,
have
nice
messed
and
up
narrow,
multiple
good save from
times.
Ceballos. Couple
Yeah.
of chances, particularly the
And I
captain
admit it.
Borgo on this right-hand side.
Shot like a law. Once
Save.
again, Ceballos getting down to make the stop.
Oof.
You hear that?
Just
He
trying to
makes
get it out.
mistakes.
Can't do it, though. Once again, controlled by Utica. 10
Nice
seconds
turn.
left. Utica
I
power play now.
kid, I
Slava
kid.
shot to deflect off the
Swab
goalie.
had so many
Another
good
chance, Ceballos
opportunities in
once
this
again
game.
there. Brown gets
Hold on.
it.
What did Slav have?
Lots of sobs.
Ah, there we go.
The last few
They
games
were
we talked
all
about this
turned
heading
away.
into the
I mean,
Harrisburg
Ceballos,
game, Steven, their
whose
penalty
credit
kill
was the-
worst in the league.
I mean,
And
standing
they've
on his
effectively
head.
killed every single
I don't know
penalty they've faced
if
so far. They really worked on that
They
training,
had
and
Betrick,
it's paying
it
off.
would have made a
It certainly
difference.
is. It
Yep.
looks magnificent the way that they're killing that penalty.
But-
Nice and narrow and lovely little formation, allowing the space on the outside. You have to allow the space.
Ah,
Somebody you
yes,
don't
the
want to come
Coughlin that
through
would
the
throw
middle.
himself in front of
Doing a good job
everything.
of blocking
Although he
shots
did start
come
to do
through
that
the
at the end of
goal.
the season.
A couple of times Slava
Yeah, I
looked
think
good at
COVID
the
probably
top
played a big role
sort
in
of
that.
diamond there of Utica.
Didn't
Yeah, I
realize
mean-
it.
Either a save from Ceballos or a block.
He
was
just, you know, for a little bit, he wasn't really throwing himself in front of anything, and then all of a sudden it was just throwing himself in front of everything, just diving and, you know, being Mr. Stretch. You know, what we expect to see.
Alright, so for those that have joined us, quick note, I cut all the commercials out of this so that we can zip on through it. Like, it's just over an hour and a half video now. And there's a 5-minute intermission at halftime, but we're about to cut out and come right back real quick here. If I did it right. Yep.
You did it wrong.
Did I?
So,
I don't know.
Yeah. So in between quarters,
after the first quarter,
they had
Putting
a guy
themselves
come out and do it.
very well against one of the
Yes.
top
Yep.
teams in the MASL.
Pretty cool. I mean, it was
this
a
season, Utica
nice
City FC.
little
Stephen, what did you like from the Metro Stars in the first
intermission
quarter
between
there?
quarters.
It was something. It was entertaining, you know, which is what they should do. You know, you should have something that's at least somewhat entertaining for the fans while they're waiting for play to resume.
I'll take players that I missed on Utica for 44, please.
Brilliance from Osorio, and then the composure and quality of the finish of Kerr
I mean, like
has really been the difference. Utica can play better
3
than
or
they
4
played in the
people
first
that I've
quarter,
already
so
seen that
maybe a
I'm
couple
sad that
things
they're not
ahead,
there.
but a brilliant start to the match.
I mean,
Number
geez,
27,
Liam.
Bernese.
Oh.
On the field
Oh,
now for
God.
Utica, he's a
Yeah.
man, as mentioned, we're
Yeah.
gonna have to keep an eye
Liam
on.
was a
Top
treat.
scorers in the MASL last season, the leading scorer
Liam
for
played
what was
with
then the
a
Syracuse Silver Knights. Now Utica City has
hurt shoulder. Well, I don't
54
know. Did he
points in
end
22
up
games, 28 goals,
finishing
26
that half
assists.
in Dallas? No, he did not.
Member of the U.S. Arena national team with the
So he
Slava.
played pretty hurt in Dallas.
Yeah.
Yeah, he broke his collarbone, right?
Should be right to
Yeah,
Ceballos,
yeah.
though.
And then he came back from that.
And they get burned.
Ooh.
In it goes.
And then he did that.
Well, no, he did this long before he got hurt in
Take a
Dallas.
look at who it was.
I know. I'm just saying. And then he did that.
Getting the job done.
Oh,
and that was
yeah.
Liam Callahan.
Ugh.
Notching things up at one
Mwah.
piece again. We see the Metro Stars leaving that cage open though, and
That's,
getting
I mean,
burned in that
that's
place.
a
too.
Ronaldinho
Yeah,
play
it was a
right
nothing
there.
ball
That's a
from Slava
Rapid
just into the
play.
corner.
Oh yeah.
Ceballos
could,
did well
easily.
to come out, and the minute he was thinking about
That's why you don't give up on the ball.
I thought he should just played that one forward.
That is called follow-up, ladies and gentlemen. Something we didn't see all that much about, sadly.
Hey, is my mic picking me up fine just because I'm a few feet away? Sit back in a recliner.
Spoken about teams are doing their homework. They know
Yeah, you're fine.
Hang
some
on.
of the deficiency of the Metro Stars, and he's there, Callahan, just to almost
Okay, that's all I wanted to
put it
make
into
sure.
the net.
Yeah, you're fine.
Very disappointing. Such
I
a
mean, you
an awful way
did
to
see
concede
that
a
towards
goal.
the
You've
end
been
of the
in
season.
control.
You saw a lot
managed
of
the game particularly well.
increased
You don't want to
intensity.
concede sloppy goals like
Mhm.
that. It's very frustrating now. It's gone now.
that I
Ceballos has to
think
remain
if
confident,
we
keep on
had
the ball, but
seen
play within the
earlier
limits
in
in
the
the right
year,
areas.
This has been an unfortunate trend for the Metro
we
Stars.
may have
as
made the
mentioned.
playoffs.
Giving
I'll
up
say
those
it, we
sloppy
would have made
goals.
the playoffs.
Typically, the first or second goal of the game seems to be a sloppy one for them. Was in the last game as well, where it was almost a
I mean,
carbon copy of that play between
take
the
that
defender
Milwaukee.
and Adrian Vechic, and the pass was intercepted. First goal for Milwaukee in this game, the first goal for Utica City FC. Again,
Yeah, I don't want to talk about
it's
the
a staple of arena soccer. You and I
decisions
know
out of our
when it
hand
comes to arena and the games
that
we've done,
cost us
it's
points.
something that I never quite understand the risk they take by doing that cross-mouth pass in front
Like,
of the goal.
which one?
Well, I mean, we could talk about the fact that we decided we would reschedule with Baltimore instead of getting a free point.
Come out your area when you're a goalkeeper and be brave to
Yeah, I mean, they were handing out points. I want points.
The goal from Serta that Sigic said shouldn't have counted, and without that goal goes to overtime, and we get a point there. And then the game with Ontario at home, where Segura goes down with a head injury, and Ryan Wilson looks at him for a good 15 seconds before Segura gets off the turf, but never stops play for an obvious head injury.
Absolutely.
Right.
With a minute left.
Is supposed to be called.
Yeah, it gave Ontario a free 5v4 in the final minute. And oh boy, if that went overtime, there's 3 points in those three decisions.
Well, would y'all look at that?
It's happened, and
I'm not salty about that at all.
No, I couldn't tell. You know, you seem completely at ease about it.
2 minutes is there was an infraction.
Oh,
there,
and there's the
there's
Utica
the
calling,
two-minute man on
the
Utica.
officials
Yep.
mentioned they
Yep.
did not start
being
the clock
served
on
by
time, so
one
they're
Hayden
gonna have to
Clark.
knock off a few more seconds there that didn't actually come off the clock.
Who we
But,
never
I'd say
see
it's
again.
around about an 8-second difference between
He didn't
what
even
should
play
be adjusted
every
by the
game.
referees if they get a chance there.
Yeah, I know.
Mississauga right now with
I noticed.
35 of a man advantage.
Oh, well, you know, it sucks. But who knows? Who knows what would have happened? Maybe no, maybe if we saw some more, then maybe he could have been the next. He could have been the first Timmy. You never know.
I don't know. I think there's only one Timmy.
Well, yeah, of course there is. There is only one Timmy. We know this, but could have been. I don't know. The first iteration. Who knows? What do you want from me?
I think he's been absolutely terrific. I've said it in the previous games, but I have to say his leadership and his work rate, what he's put into every match, has been exemplary.
Brownie brittle's going to be the death of me. It's just so easy. It's like eating a bag of chips, but they're chocolate chips and brownie.
Put his absolute heart and soul
God.
into it whenever he's out there. He's here
Why would
for
you do that to
power play.
yourself? I mean, I have beef jerky in my drawer. The problem is I would have to move my microphone stand in order to be able to
Because
access
they're
it. So
delicious. It's just crispy brownie
Just maybe play less shifts, allow that groin to recover.
and chocolate chips.
why would someone do that? That is just asking for
It's,
it.
you're not supposed to be a low-calorie option if you have self-control.
Starting the penalty clock on, but Dero maybe not playing as many shifts today as mentioned, and of course they're missing Martino.
But the reason I wanted to test run this live stream is because in the future, if we get other players on to do interviews, it gives us the option to do them live and have other Utica fans ask questions in real time.
Live.
Yeah, it'd be cool. So we did that with Tommy. We watched Cleveland French game. And Tommy, we watched it with Tommy, and people ask questions. And,
Yeah, disappointing touch from Babili.
I mean,
great find from
Like,
the
like Tommy?
left-hand side,
like
right
Tommy
across
Tanner. Yeah.
the box. Really had a bit of space. Unusually, he's touched that down. Here's a chance. Good save.
Yeah, it was game 4 of the MPSL championship. It was like double overtime, triple overtime, something like that. And he was a player.
Got a little pull on his jersey there. Looks
Okay.
like Utica got away with that one, but play on they do. 11:05 left now, second quarter.
So yeah, it'd be cool. It'd be cool to
mark closely, but
watch
yeah,
games
he's got the good
with the
footwork,
players.
Rosario. We've talked about that. And
Even just be able to go through like some
some
highlights about some different games or whatnot. Like that'd be entertaining. I think I think that would be an enjoyable experience all around.
Couldn't touch it home though. Wide open net.
Maybe next time we'll
He just couldn't direct it.
reach out and see if Ben wants to follow in his childhood friend's footsteps and join us. But we can do it with the overtime win in Baltimore that he hit the game winner on.
Deflect into the net. Here's another chance. We saw Rodriguez score.
And you have to replace his video with the picture for the whole time.
I mean, yeah,
It's just got to be.
I can put that picture and then add the video but hide it, but only allow the audio.
Well, I was gonna say just kind of like
Cover it up.
cut out the face, and then just frame it over his over his head.
Ended up keeping it out of the net instead of just deflecting it in. Better play. Wasn't a great power play, but decent at the end there. And they did have
pretty
a couple
sure
of
he would
chances.
despise
Coughlin looks
us.
good yet again. There's a big scream there from Metro Stars bench. I think they feel like there was an extra man on
I don't know, he did like the poster.
the court there for a minute.
Well, it was instantaneous. They were
Enough
all
to
up
buy
in
his
there.
own signature.
So he must have seen something. Here's Phillips. Phillips is stripped of the ball now. Roberts. Marked by Phillips.
Hey, man, it was a good-looking poster. What can you say?
Bounces off Harris.
I think I ended up
Back for Harris.
buying like
Almost
3
missed
of
it
them,
there.
and then like giving 2 of them back to the player.
So I actually still have one for Zuniga, who we will probably never get to see play at this rate.
Yeah.
But it's not the I mean, it's not the most creative, but it's also, oh, I see exactly where you drew your inspiration from.
And visiting Utica
Yep.
City FC, Alex
You guys-
Oh, look at that! Look at that handsome man up there.
Hey,
Matt, you've got kids, so I'm sure you've heard of Go Diego Go.
Yeah. Yes, I have.
Yeah. Go Zuniga Go.
Oh, I hate it. Oh, I hate it. Nope.
For a little period of time, he was involved with the academy set up, the reserve
So
team.
I'm trying to remember if
So I know a little bit about him. I've trained with him a few times. There's a lot of
Tommy was
quality. He's a
up
great
there
left
as
foot.
well.
Good striker back in his day, and I'm sure he'll has a
So
power
was
and attributes to be a really good arena
was
soccer
Tommy.
player.
A lot of room to move here. Pereira
And
in
then
the middle.
when I ordered my ticket, I
Shot
said
inside,
as
nice
close
job
to the
by
bench as
Joseph Karen, but
possible.
Pereira.
They gave me that
Back
seat.
on it.
I'm like, what?
That was Callahan.
Didn't make
looking for
any
his second of
sense.
the
I was gonna say there's a whole row right in front of the visitor bench.
Yeah, I should have. I should have just moved down. I think I tried moving down and they
Great
wouldn't
game
let me.
thus far between
Oh, not like
Utica
Ontario?
City, fairly even. Almost
Oh my
stolen
God,
there.
we changed seats in Ontario like 13 times.
Well, that's because everyone showed up late.
Phillips
Yeah.
on his man tight.
I mean, you could have just stayed up in the announcer's booth.
Things were really bad when he was up there, and
No, if I had done that, it would have been 33
Almost
to
it.
6
Ceballos
Ontario.
back just
oof,
in
what a
time.
save.
But there's the
it was
slippiness
bad.
of a Joey Tavernese who knows this game inside.
Yeah, that was
and nearly adds
unfortunate turn of events there.
I mean, it was an honor to be
Very
on
opportunistic, wasn't
the
it?
show or on
Tavernese just read the
broadcast,
bounce off
but
the boards, tried to just put it over the head
it
of
was
Ceballos.
not. It was not.
Does well just to get
I
back
was
in the
not
nick of
lost.
time before it sneaks over. This is a 2v1 chance.
Graham and
It was not a good time to be up there.
Just off the top of the bar there.
He needed the composure at the last moments. Brilliant skill again from Graham. We see so much quality in his play. Just sometimes misses that final
Wow, I
moment.
don't think he put enough on that header.
Used it to his advantage.
You know,
Rios had gave him the angle
maybe
on
it's
the
just
right-hand
me,
side, dragged it to the
but
left, and then just when he needed to.
we know how many goals are scored in this game, and that it's below league average for the year by like 3 goals. And I would rather watch a hard-fought dogfight of a game like this than just a blatant shootout where neither team can stop the other.
So I'm actually kind of surprised that that one play wasn't necessarily called. I mean, I don't know what you'd call it, on Joey there, where he literally basically shoulder checks that one guy in the air to get the ball. Like, that was not playing the ball.
Just came on at the
Well,
wrong
it kind of
moment.
reminds me of the first game Florida
opportunity here for the Metro
played
Stars.
in Utica, and Zach Rega and someone went up for a ball,
in the
and
second
it was the
quarter.
same exact thing.
Timeouts.
Yep.
But they called it blue card on
Metro
Utica.
Stars
Oh yeah, that
take a look
was
at
Slavs
the
did catch him like in the back of the neck head with his forearm,
We're gonna take a quick
but then we
break.
saw the same play in the second
Metro
game
Stars.
with
MASL TV. We'll be right back.
Florida in Utica with Ruggles going over someone, and he hits him in the same area and it doesn't get called.
I mean, I've said it time and again, that game gave us a complex, in my personal opinion. I mean, you know, with all the things that were called on us, with all the things that were called on us, I really felt like, you know, it gave the team a complex about basically not wanting to do anything.
Nice footwork. Rodriguez shots. Deflected just over the net by the city defender there.
Great start to the play. What a play. Billy just flipped it.
I want to say this is about the time where Mississauga scores again.
Well, this is a second, the second too many men that you mentioned.
As a defender, sitting down on
Yeah.
the carpet. You just can't get
So,
it back in it. Deflected
you know,
again, but good moments in the early stages. From the
This
men.
is, we gave him a lot of penalty minutes in this game, I felt.
Shots 10-10 so far in
Looks
the game.
like, I guess not that many, but enough.
This has been an even game so far. Lots of good chances for both teams. And there we go, Rosario!
Yeah.
Player makes me look good. I've been calling this all game. Jonathan Osorio.
Yours-
And 2-1 for the Metro Stars.
Yeah,
The new
since I know that you were, since I know you're watching the stream and not the Skype call, I know you're a little bit behind.
No, I am. No.
Oh, you're watching the Skype call now?
I can actually see the call.
Okay.
I can watch that.
Cool.
Yeah, because I was going to say, I mean, yeah, that, you know, that one hurts. But at the very least,
It definitely did hurt a little bit.
got no chance. Great finish. Inspired
He
decision to
was
put him in the squad tonight.
blocked.
An assist and a
couldn't
goal.
see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His tally was right
Yeah,
there.
good use of defender to shield the goalie.
Freaking Vitali.
He truly
Um,
believes that Jonathan could be a top
Osario
player in this league.
has
Of course, taking a look at
half of his
at
goals
Jonathan,
for the
and I
season
say
in this game.
kindly because,
Yep.
believe me, my midsection is no better right now. But
So,
That's the way the cookie
this
crumbles
is one thing
sometimes.
he's got to work on a little bit, and that's one of the things that Phil wants to test. And Phil's told me before, he would
I don't know if you
absolutely be on this team. He
have
would be
you
on this team. It's not
checked
a
out
skill
the
question.
roster
It's
for
simply
the games that you're going to see
now, just
Huber,
getting- because
with
I'm
us?
in a short burst of running, as you know, Stephen.
Do you want to know who their goalie is?
Yep. Oh, I know who the goalie is.
Okay.
It's not easy.
That's all that matters.
Yeah,
I
it's
haven't
not
told-
easy at
I haven't
all.
told
He's
Canada
got to
yet.
get a little bit fitter, so that's a challenge that Phil
I was
has
actually
set
pretty
out to
excited about that because,
Jonathan Osorio, but
you know, haven't had, unlike you, I have not had a chance to, you know, say hello and
the rewards are there if you can just
whatnot,
put a little bit
so
more work
we're
in, and
looking
he's been
forward to
doing
that one.
In fairness to him, it'd take a little bit of time, but he's
I mean,
been doing that.
just
in all
bring
honesty,
donuts.
we're really going out for Jake,
His
but
coach has been justified by putting him in the
oh, that's right. Sterling, would you like? Do you know who it is? Would you like to know?
I'm pretty sure I know. That's why I said bring donuts.
Is absolutely outstanding. He moves it really quickly, and there's a
Will
shot
he be-
he can even move.
Yeah. Yeah.
Back in
All
there.
right. Took me a second.
Oh boy, Phillips
Oh.
got dropped there, and yeah, they're going to call that. It's going to be a free
Yeesh.
kick for the Metro Stars. Bit of a cynical tackle there.
It's time to that one.
It's okay. It's okay. Everything's fine. We're fine. We're fine. No fires here.
No, 'cause we know how this one goes.
Maybe there was a blue card coming. It seemed like it was a bit cynical.
That's kind of how I see it.
They're gonna call it
Like, yeah,
10 seconds
it's
after.
one of those things. We know the result,
As,
so
good
it's
look for the Metro Stars right
fine.
now
It's
as they
all
are
good.
leading 2-1
Yep.
over the first place
Not in
Utica
panic
City
mode yet.
Nope.
FC squad. As, we'll take a quick
mean,
break
is
and
there
we'll be
really a
back
panic
with,
mode at
Mississauga
all?
Metro Stars Arena Soccer on MASL TV.
As fans, definitely.
We will get to my panic mode in this game later.
Yeah, there was definitely a panic mode.
Okay.
For
no,
about
I know.
35
I know what panic
seconds.
mode was.
For-
Yeah.
Yep.
Actually, it was panic mode was about 10 seconds. I'm looking at it.
Okay. Well, you cheater, pumpkin eater.
How do you think I've known about like the penalty like when we're getting the penalties and who's serving the penalties? By the way, the too many men. The last one was served by Alex.
Mississauga Metro Stars Arena Soccer on
Alice?
MASL TV. Howard Spashabansky
Well,
alongside Steve
not to worry.
2-1 Metro Stars right now.
Mississauga will
5
get there.
minutes and 14 seconds left in the second quarter.
Yeah.
And a chance to possibly
They're
make it
comeuppance.
30 years. They've got a free kick. Bobabuli. Rodriguez.
I also know, who the three stars were for this game, and
Nice play to Graham. Oh, Graham shot.
I know things.
Oh,
And it comes back for Bully.
There's a sog.
Dogs.
Bios will regroup. Booted up, looking for Graham in the corner. Here's Big Damien. Could have held on to that one probably.
so this is slightly embarrassing for me, but I'll tell you guys anyway. I turned on the NBA playoffs last night in the second quarter of the Phoenix Suns and New Orleans Pelicans game.
Why?
Background noise, something to throw on the TV late at night.
Fair.
And they switch ends at the half. The fourth quarter started, and I have watched so much MASL that I was confused that they didn't switch ends again, forgetting that NBA plays half and half.
Yep.
No, they're saying that he handled a basic.
So confused.
Wait, what? Hold on. Did I imagine that? And it was like, oh god, I feel so dumb.
That's okay. I was really gonna mess with you when we came on here. I was not gonna be wearing a Dallas jersey. I was going to be wearing a red or a white jersey with red letters. Something not from this state.
Gonzaga.
You have a Comets jersey?
Here he calls a timeout.
Not these Comets, the other Comets.
Which means that
I mean, I thought about wearing a. I was gonna wear my Big Poppy jersey.
It's 2-1 for the Metro Stars. 4:24 left in the second
But then I thought better of it because
Watching Mississauga Metro Stars.
I didn't want you to hate
Hall
me.
of Fame suspected steroid user, but never proven. Big Poppy.
Welcome back to Mississauga Metro Stars. Arena Soccer on MASL
might
TV.
stop.
Alex Spashabansky alongside Stephen Caldwell. 4:24
Why, you got a
left
snack?
in the second quarter.
No.
No, he's just really chill.
For Utica City FC
Yeah.
to possibly even it up. As the referee called it a pass back, so it's
Sad, disappointed.
great opportunity here for
Savvy
Utica
arc.
City. They shift along.
It's fine. Nothing
Shot on
happens.
goal. Nice
Nope.
play by Adrian Camp.
No, I know exactly when the next one happens because I had to watch this all to
So it's gonna be a
cut it up and make it a lot shorter.
Metro Stars.
I know when the next one happens too.
Well, that's 'cause you're
The bench sometimes.
Cheating. I studied.
Pass back to the
I read the whole book.
I went to college.
I read the book. You have the Spark Notes open.
So Metro Stars hoping they possibly could
Hey,
have got that one
Spark
over,
Notes
but not quite happened.
gets you through some
They thought it
stuff.
was intentional. Almost stolen by this Willie.
I remember when it happened too.
Well, yeah, you were there.
Unfortunately, it wasn't.
You don't know what it you don't know what it looks like on the broadcast though. You only know what it looks like from the other side. So your image is weird.
Just downright wrong decision, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Very weird.
And you only have a fixed camera angle.
Just didn't quite see it right, but
I did
needed
have
some
a
help
very
from
good
his other
camera
assistants.
angle.
That one there, I thought that, probably the right decision. I'm not sure
From
absolutely
my
test him to get it to Ceballos, but he was trying to get out a dangerous area, and Ceballos should have
fine.
recognized that, maybe just headed it clear.
It still was a great game to watch.
The supporter section didn't stop once.
Chance for Slava. Slava
Most of it,
shots.
most don't.
Nice job by Phillips there.
Yeah,
Babuli then takes one for the team.
Like,
Hard shot
so
off the
anytime
shoot,
I've been
goes
to
down.
like a Revs game, New England Revolution or otherwise,
He's a hardy
they
character,
do not
Babuli.
stop all
Strong, stern
game.
stuff.
Man who was playing
They keep
professionally in
going,
Syria
except
last
for
season, lured
in
home
between
to
quarters
hometown squad
or
for his
halves,
first year in the
technically
MASL by
for
head coach GM
MLS.
Ryan Babuli's been absolutely
So yeah,
indispensable
it's nonstop.
for Mississauga in their first year, looking like an arena veteran out there. Most
Yeah, I was gonna say, that's pretty much how it goes outdoor.
Scored some
Yep.
key goals. As we've got 2:45 left now in the second quarter.
Right, Mississauga, don't do anything stupid.
I mean, we might be able to do that at Utica if we had the drum the whole
In
time.
the middle, D-Roll
But
intercept.
If we also had the people
Yeah.
to support it.
Bias.
I mean, I'm sorry, there's only like four of us.
Ceballos is certainly showing.
I mean, no, there's like I'm sorry, there's like 6 of us.
Total football, but
Mississauga,
I think
you
he's
did
been
something
terrific.
stupid.
After that
did
mishap, it would have been
something
easy to get nervous and start
stupid.
to play it forward a bit
Won't
more
Might
direct.
pay
affect
for
the
it.
game, but you did something
Provided the angles has been there. Again, as always, they should be delighted with his debut here
But
tonight.
don't do anything stupid.
It's okay. They won't pay for it. Not right now. It's fine.
Well,
Stop spoiling this thing from 2 years ago for anyone watching.
I'm not spoiling anything.
You already flat out said nothing's gonna happen.
Quickly, Damian Graham. He's got
No.
Gear right
No.
there, and he's got Mirabelli on the far side as
I
well.
think
but
next year
this
you
is
might
Damian
have
with the
one
pass
more
and
person
No?
Coughlin corrals it.
Yeah, it was an old
in
ball
your
from Graham. He
section,
should have went
so.
across the Mirabelli.
Well, that was already
A bit more
spoiled for us
space, more of
too,
a percentage. Well, here's Slava.
potentially.
Yes.
Slavic couldn't corral it though.
He's had the
Hey,
difficult
listen,
half, hasn't he? He's not quite clicked for him.
it's a cheaper
You
ticket,
can see he's got the quality with that left foot and the strength.
And it's a good
It
angle.
is.
and it's a good angle.
Pretty much on
It's
the
a great. No, it's a great angle. It's great. I loved sitting over there.
Intercepted though, yeah. No,
I
Slavic
also
not
love
quite his
sitting in
usual
my-
form tonight. Hasn't looked like he's
My seats.
really
So
got
I
a
don't
feel
know.
for it
We'll see.
thus far.
You know, I like the first row seats when we're on the
both.
when we were in Ontario, but like Rochester with their not so sturdy walls, that was kind of.
Really a full half of play because
Ra-cha-cha. That was those were some fun times out
They're
there.
like, this wall's gonna come down with a few of the guys on it. It's gonna hurt.
That's part of the experience. You know, you want that as part of the experience. You need that.
Teams going to the dressing room for the first half.
Oh my God! I just realized
But
Daru had a headband.
oh my God, the headband brigade was there before Timmy.
He did it before it was cool.
Mississauga tonight in his first match with the big club in the MASL after getting called up from the APL.
Now I'm sad.
Yeah, it's been
He did it
Well,
before.
I was- so I
It's not
just
been
remembered something.
on
Wayne
for a
Di
great period of
Rosario,
time. Every shift
like,
you know, it
this is
feels
what I
like
was
something
hyping
meaningful's
him up
happened
to
from
be
his play.
like
One assist and
the
one
star
goal.
player, and I know
That's the
he's
key to
been
this
like
game. It's not about
MLS
being out there,
and
being a
this, that, and the
hero.
other thing.
Three,
He didn't
Yeah.
play a lot.
4-minute shifts. It's about shot and sharp.
No.
Having
One
an
goal, one
impact,
assist.
getting your
By the
rest, using the
By the
rotation of your
time
squad
I
of your
got
players.
down there,
I think the Orioles did
I
that
think he
quite
was
well
off the
tonight
field
for
already,
Metro Stars.
so I didn't get a chance to
And
like
he's just
beat him.
looked so clinical
Yep.
when he gets the UCF foul there that's been called. And a blue
That's
card
a card.
That's a dum-dum card.
Yeah.
against Alberto Harris.
Mississauga, you just did
he'll like
something
it for 2 minutes.
stupid.
You did something
He'll
stupid.
have a golden opportunity here to possibly-
Yeah, no,
I
he only
don't know
in
why
that
that
whole
started.
season.
But yeah, he's
In that
just
whole
been
season, he only
absolutely
played
class, and
9
he
games,
gets the pass off
and
the glass that led to the
yeah,
goal by
like you
Vincent
said
Perrin.
before,
Then in type,
one of his
put a
half of his
footwork
goals
and
and assists
spotted
were
his
in
first
this
goal as
game.
a Mississauga Metro star.
Brandon, check his game log. He might have only played at home.
Boy, that's
No, you're
efficiency.
talking
That's what that is,
Osorio.
2
I'm
points
talking
on
Di
a couple
Rosario.
shifts there, so-
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
so 25
Okay.
My bad.
left here in the opening half of play. Don't go anywhere at halftime. Stephen Caldwell, myself will be
Yeah,
joined
see,
by
don't go
our
anywhere at
Canadian
halftime.
soccer
Well,
legend.
That's a problem because we have a 5-minute intermission. It's going to suggest that we go
Take a look at
places.
some of the highlights from the first half. and
Oh, well, I guess I
our panel's just getting better and better every week. Alf de Blas
Oh,
and
yeah,
Green
Dwayne-
and
Yeah, Rosario. Okay.
Zero.
He played 11 games that season.
Versus.
Yeah.
Only 2 road games.
Been there and done it.
So yeah, he pretty much only played at home.
Man who played with, boy, it seems like everybody. All
And then I'm sure by the time the playoffs were done, or were out of the question, he just didn't play anymore.
Eusebio, one of my favorites when I was a youngster.
Yeah, so he played what, at Baltimore and at Orlando.
I mean, if you're going to go on a road trip, the one to Florida is not a bad idea.
That's not a bad idea. No, hey, I'm down for a Florida trip.
Now they got a good turf, so maybe next year. If they play on a Tuesday and I decide to do an overnight thing again.
I kind of hope Utica plays in Tacoma this year. It'd be cool to go out there.
Next year, I want to attempt to make some road trips, but you know, we'll see what happens with the missus. Because she'll want to come with me, of course.
Going to the dressing room with a bit of momentum. Metro Stars would love to shut them down. They will whistle that down, and it will be another.
Yeah, that's right. Whistle it. Give us the whistle.
This has been a long 25 seconds to end the half.
Right?
Free kick for Utica. Tavern AC 27 right there. Keep a close eye on him. He's got a.
They did something stupid.
He moves inside and laid off
Love
back.
this play.
Great defense.
Yeah, the fake to Joey.
Love this play coming
By
up.
Sean Brown.
But it's really this one where everything's great.
Back of the head, actually.
Yep.
3 seconds left. Shot
Split the defenders.
Oh, he's right there. Come on.
Split the defenders.
You don't give Lucio
Evens it up for Utica City. That is a backbreaker
shot
with
wide open.
1.7 seconds left.
You don't give him that much space.
No, you don't.
Sickening blow for the Metro Stars. Came from that free kick.
That's I mean that hurts. Anytime that a team scores going into the half, I mean they literally have no chance to answer here.
Yeah.
So
That's a momentum killer.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So it's
Maybe a tight game, isn't it?
it's hard to deal with.
Yeah.
Well,
Definitely sign relief coming from me after that goal.
Because Mississauga, I think for the most part, is healthy balance of play.
That would, I mean, especially being there. I mean, at that point, you're looking for kind of anything to ease the bleeding a little bit.
We'll be back in a couple of minutes with myself, Stephen Caldwell.
I am curious about something though, because I'm pretty sure I saw something when. Okay, nope, never mind.
All
I was
right,
thinking of something else.
halftime. Go ahead, grab a snack, crack open a cold one, take a pee break. Second half, we'll be back. And it kicks butt. Where are you? Turn that way down. That's fine. It's this one. Oh, Matt, looks like you didn't go anywhere. You want to get our thoughts in about that news, and then Brandon can join in with his when he comes back?
Yeah. So I don't really have a lot to say on the matter. I kind of went into my thoughts yesterday. Definitely a shock. I mean, not a lot.
Oh crap, 5 minutes is up. We're back.
Oh, okay.
Oh, cool, we can keep talking about it.
Metro Stars,
All right.
Arena Soccer,
Well,
MASL
not a lot.
TV, Alex Vasilevsky alongside Steve Caldwell.
I don't think a lot of
We're
the
about to
issues
start
were
the second half of the play, although it says 2.3 seconds left on the clock.
I mean, injuries, visa issues.
15 minutes here.
A lot of things were out of his
It's a
control.
2-2
Right.
contest, a equal match. First half of play between
Definitely came out of left
5-2
field. I will say that.
Utica City FC, who currently lead the East Division, and your Metro Stars
I
trying to nab
said
their
it before,
third win
I'll
of the
say it
season
again.
here.
I mean,
In
Ryan
front
Hall's
of
a
their
great
home
coach.
fans, shots after the
Great
first
guy.
half of play, 15-13 for
And it's definitely going to be different. It's going to be a different vibe.
Very evenly matched throughout the entire game on the score. And the
We
shot
haven't
clock
gone
is
through a
mostly-
coaching
Yeah,
change.
nothing in the game, isn't it? It's
I
been
mean,
a tight game.
in Syracuse, there were 3 head coaches
Arena Soccer,
Yeah.
but you know, I think
over the 9.
Dolphins are a decent
Eight,
match.
nine
You know,
years.
there's not been a
So-
lot of magnificent saves. It just shows you that it's been a tight game. It's a bit of a
Welcome back, Brandon.
But Mississauga have
Oh, he doesn't have his headphones on.
well.
Hi, Brandon.
Zabias goes up to grab the ball.
Ah, I see. I was late.
Welcome back.
But
The Metro Stars.
My
That's right, you
bad.
haven't missed much yet. All of 21 seconds.
Listen,
Adrian Vecic.
you said to get
Yeah?
a snack, so I
You
did.
good?
Showing a lot of confidence and poise with the ball
Uh,
on his feet as well, adding an extra element for the Metro
Crappy
Stars.
homemade nacho things, kind of,
So
sort
not-
of.
Lineup
is that the actual
get
name of
underway
them?
here in the second half of play.
That's what I'm
What
calling
a
them.
brand name.
Gonzaga laying it back, marked by
That's good concoction.
Yeah.
Rodriguez
Whoa,
covering
can you
his
say
man.
that on
Bit of a
YouTube?
room here in the middle, shot on goal, and it's
Oh,
just like that.
Mo.
Pereira.
3-2 Utica City, and you can see that defensive
It's a beautiful
breakdown
thing.
happening. There was too much of a hole there, and he took advantage right up the middle, Steve.
Not
Yeah, he
something
did.
we
He was right
didn't see
in the
much
middle
of.
all alone, Pereira, and into the back of the net. I have to say it was wonderful football.
He kind of transitioned more into
I was part of the earlier move, little give and go there.
almost like an assistant coach.
Yeah.
The goal scorer of that.
Oh yeah, for sure.
The first goal.
It looked like he had the same hair
football
as
from
Mo.
Utica, brilliant arena soccer, quick, incisive,
And a
one-touch
quick
stuff in the
pace.
back of the net. For the first time tonight, the Metro Stars are behind.
Detroit not known
Now,
for his
more
Well,
Sogs.
great stuff for Utica.
goal scoring prowess,
Discouraging
but right there,
for Mississauga, certainly
place,
not
right
the way they
time.
wanted to start.
Let's see. He played 10 games in 1920, 5 games this past season, and that was only the 4th goal of his career, and the last one to date.
Yeah. Like I said, he definitely didn't have much activity.
No.
Really at all.
Utica looks like an entirely different team here to start off this second half of play.
But again, he seems to take a different role with the team, which there's nothing wrong with that,
Given right away there to Phillips.
That was a shocking.
That was a bit of a bizarre.
big dog off the
Yeah.
post.
So, Brandon, when you came back, we were giving our thoughts on the Coach Hall news.
Well, but there was a real breakdown in communication there.
Well, they were very casual about
You did it without
we
me?
were easing into it. I haven't gotten to mine yet, and I'll let you go so that, Matt can get his out. And
And Slava was dreaming. He
Matt
wasn't ready.
has already said his
Yeah.
piece.
Phillips
So,
should have done a bit better. I think
Yeah, I was gonna
Gonzaga's
say,
pretty smart, actually,
Huber
because
has already said his
Slava was
piece.
so far behind the boards that
I mean,
he just left the ball.
if you're really asking my opinion,
He
I think
managed
that
to
it's
put a little bit of a block
bullshit.
tackle, which gave Slava time to
okay,
get into
hold
the
on.
field.
Why did you
Fought the
use
danger, but
the censor?
Not something you expect of a team
And
of the quality of
say
Utica.
word bullshit.
Obviously, the experience to make a change.
no,
like that.
I cut myself off the second half of that word.
Okay. It sounded like you said the full
it
word.
just sounded like you bleeped the one word and then said,
The full word.
for years.
Yeah, no.
Founded in
All right.
2010 as BC Grand cleared off the line.
No, that's
As a Syracuse Silver
you know,
Knights.
my take on it is that it's complete and utter nonsense. Like,
Actually, the
okay,
best,
so you're looking for a
best
fall
regular
guy,
season they've, ever
basically,
had.
for the season,
Regular
which,
record. Part
in
of
my
last
opinion, you
season,
picked the wrong one,
head coach
because
Ryan Hall in his second year as head coach.
I'm sorry, it doesn't make any sense to me.
So a lot of
I mean,
experience on this
the guy
Syracuse
took us to the
squad,
playoffs the first season.
some very
He still
high-end
almost
players,
took us to the playoffs in
of course, missing their
the
team
second half of this
captain,
season once the
but
roster
so no scoring power out
actually
there.
calmed down.
Goal. Ceballos turns that away.
But he's the guy. He's the guy you gotta dump.
Gonzaga
It's all Huber's fault.
to the wing.
Yeah.
that was the hot take of the day yesterday.
12-13 left in the
Yeah,
third quarter here.
I was a part of a few
Mississauga
hot
City
takes
supporters group in the
yesterday.
background.
I mean, I fired coaches, I hacked
Lot to be
people's
excited about.
computers. I mean,
Mississauga
I'm
staying
all
close
over
to
the
one of the
place.
premier teams of the MASL this
In
year.
fairness, I don't actually think it was Huber's fault at all. But
I
you
would
know,
hope that.
I'm just going with the reoccurring theme that has been perpetuated since yesterday.
If anyone thinks I have any pull in who's the coach of Utica City, they're sadly
Good
mistaken.
change there in the last one. D-Row getting in the way, back to Ceballos, and he'll corral it,
Yeah,
toss it down the
so-
field.
I think you have all the pull.
Well,
Well, that sounded inappropriate.
Another bit of room. Mobabuli.
news to me.
Phrasing,
Nice
Brandon.
defensive play, though.
Listen, you took it that way.
Back into the
That's not my fault.
Coughlin.
Yeah, it was a long ball. Ceballos to Graham. Graham
Oh,
did really well to
So, just fun
create that
fact,
1v1.
in this quarter, I am
Box
in
walk, so
the
importantly
Mississauga
about the halftime segment
supporters
there, that's the
section.
key to this arena soccer is the
You're just
1v1.
hopping all over the place.
Guys like Mobabili in that situation. Brilliant block and then managed to just
Oh yeah, I was gonna
squeeze
say we
the
already went past your
rebound
seat
off
and we
the
didn't see you.
borders. But a little bit better. It's been a difficult and disappointing start to this third
Well, I
period.
threw up a poll on
The start of the second half from the
YouTube
Metro
yesterday.
Stars. Been dominated
Or not
by
YouTube,
Utica
not
that went into the lead. and
streaming on
they've had a
YouTube.
lot of the
On
ball
Twitter
in
yesterday to see what
Mississauga
the
defensive half.
general feel was for, was it the right decision, was it the wrong decision?
Rosario
Um,
back on the field for Mississauga.
62
So far,
to 38 believe that it
Mississauga
is
start.
the wrong decision.
Trying to get the ball right now, intercepted though by Utica.
Yep.
Rosario.
And I didn't even vote.
Back there to
Neither did I.
cut it off.
This,
10 minutes, 15 seconds left here.
look, coaches get hired, they get fired. Contracts. Hey, this wasn't even a firing. This was, we're just not renewing your contract.
3-2 for UCFC at this point.
It happens in sports. Sometimes coaches underperform and then still get a longer contract and the players are blamed. Aaron Boone. But this one felt like one where if you're getting rid of the coach, the GM has to go too. Because so many issues this year came from the roster. Injuries you can't plan on, but like Diegues and Zuniga hadn't been able to play since Zuniga never since we signed him. Diegues since midway through 2019-2020. So it's not like you can count on those guys to come into the year. Can't count on those visa issues getting fixed. We're not at liberty to say why Diegues' visa got fixed when he went back to Florida.
Sogs, that's why.
That's a whole other topic.
Get a little touch, or at least cause some
that
confusion that there's some kind of deflection there.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, it's something.
Florida had 2 visas fixed magically this season, while any other team had. Oh no, I want to say Kansas City might have solved some of their visa issues as well.
You can't count on them. One of my biggest complaints early on was that this team was slow because so many of the players were coming on into that wrong side of their prime, the other side of 30. We saw some of that fixed when the young guys got to play a bit more towards the end, and players got just in better shape as the season went on. I don't know. It's a weird situation where I think I would have given Hall a 1-year contract, but given the way the first half of the season went, I wouldn't be surprised if it was, playoffs or we make a change from the front office.
Ball goes out of bounds.
Yeah, and I could definitely see that. I mean, I kind of was thinking the same thing. Like, at the very minimum, he should have gotten a 1 year for the next year and just see how things go. But
you're watching Mississauga Metro Stars Arena Soccer.
I don't know. I think it's a knee-jerk reaction to just having a bad season. Plain and simple. And I just think it's.
We've got 7 minutes 15 seconds left here.
I don't know.
The way it's got to be getting looked at is, if you're Ash, you throw a bunch of money at putting together a championship team. Not as much as like Florida or San Diego, but enough that you should have been competitive, and for half the year you weren't. So it's an underwhelming, underperforming season.
Up-to-date shots so far. Utica 19 shots on goal.
I don't know.
Metro Stars 15. So
without knowing more details, that's
definitely getting a few more chances in the Metro Stars, as the Metro Stars didn't have
the one thing that's nice about some of the bigger leagues is organizations are big enough that details can leak without anyone getting nailed for it. Whereas in something like this, any details come out. I mean, if it comes from us, they're going to be able to guess who it came from. If it came from Matt, we're going to be able to guess who it came from.
It won't be from me. I'll guarantee you that. Won't be from this guy.
Yeah, you're the hacker extraordinaire. Of course, it's going to be from you.
Yeah. Exactly. I was going to say, you're the computer whiz.
Get some private emails leaked.
Yeah, just kind of.
Rewarded the coach right away. Made him look like a genius by having a fantastic game.
I have it. I have the details.
Yes.
And he's been in the starting lineup ever since.
And they are Sogs.
Aforementioned Damien on the wing.
Yeah,
I mean, what else could they possibly be?
I agree with you guys. I think
just clings to the boards like that, doesn't it?
Yeah.
more people are to
We
blame
look a little bit foolish, but the idea is right to try and get it off the boards.
than
To
just
someone
the coach.
coming through the middle, it's not possible. It's not possible. Sorry, to good save with the leg.
I mean, you can't count on two guys getting ACL tear or partial tears in the case of Moy
Have a run.
and missing
Space.
30 games combined.
By Coughlin, there's Graham. Nobody up there to collect it. Yeah, you never entirely know what kind
Well,
of
then, I mean, on top of that, then you just have signing after signing after trade after signing
Trying to
after.
plug those holes.
It was just,
It's not a bad idea.
it was exactly, it was trying to plug the holes, trying to right the ship. Well, guess who's not in charge of that?
It's me. I'm not in charge of that.
Me neither.
3-2 for UCFC.
See, I knew it. I knew Huber was to blame for everything.
It's true.
It's all your fault. I said it from the beginning.
You're right.
Those people in the box were right all along.
I wouldn't have gotten away with it if it wasn't for you meddling kids.
You meddling kids and your darn Timmy.
And your socks.
Leading the way in the East Division, which is saying something considering the three-time.
I mean, yeah, it's a weird year. Like, Slav disappeared in the middle of the season after 8 games.
Not that we saw much out of him when he was playing.
I
Except for
mean, he
like
started
one
to get it
game.
going there in Milwaukee, and then we never saw him again.
See more like themselves.
Yeah, I hope he can find his form again,
Norway, was it?
Yeah, great
or
chance for Buffalo
whatever
on the
team he
second
plays
game.
for.
Just couldn't plot it. Phillips off. Loving the footwork there.
I mean, if he finds his form again, I would love to see him in Utica.
Well, yeah, so would I.
Looking up for Adrian Can.
But-
just couldn't find the target.
I just don't.
Now, isn't it? It's a bit more end to end.
No, given, you know, just the fact that he's not really in this area, I mean,
More frantic. Utica not giving Mississauga points.
I'm sure that did not make it easy for, you know, practice and coming up for games and things like that. I mean,
Save.
From Sebastian Ceballos.
oh, that was pretty.
Wasn't it?
Absolutely
Roberts it
gorgeous.
was.
That hurts.
Just free all alone. Powered it into the net. Zabios was there. Stood tall, kept himself big. Brilliant, brave save.
It's like if we didn't already know
Zabios.
There it is.
how things go,
Ceballos.
oh, that would have been a
Love
heartbreaker.
seeing that.
And that's
he may be winning
that
himself
was
into
the
a permanent job
the
as the
whole
starter
game
here.
in a nutshell.
As
I mean,
Coach
Oh, you cut that out right now.
Point blank Sog and
The fact that he
Ceballos
has some
is
dimension
just
up there,
stopping
he's able to
every
handle the
single
ball
one
very
of
well
them.
in his speed
It
with Boyle. Boy's
Yep.
making some tremendous
crazy.
stops
Although-
here.
Coughlin had a great save percentage from this game, though, too.
Absolutely. I agree.
Also plays
I mean,
in the Arena Premier League for the
You know, he ended up ultimately with an 80%, which is,
in the feeder league
I mean,
for the
literally
Mississippi
higher than I think any
Madison
game he had this season.
Stars. Looking like he could
That's a
possibly
shoulder.
have full-time position here with the Stars in the big game.
That,
Getting dropped
that's
is Massimo Mirabelli there, Steven. Taking one of the
contact
first-
above the head.
Yeah, I think
Probably.
it's an old decision to give Vitali a blue card for that. I thought it was coming together.
Let's see that
There's no doubt
replay. 'Cause I
Mirabelli's
don't
hurt.
think
We see it again here.
that was a
Just
pretty
clash of
late.
heads. I just think that's a 50-50 ball. I mean, if you give the foul to Mississauga, then fair enough. But I don't think it
agree.
warranted a blue card.
I think it's 50-50. I don't.
like I
didn't see
said,
any
Mirabelli
malicious
is hurt. There was a collision
Yeah.
of the heads
intent
here.
to go above the head.
I'm not blaming him for staying down.
Oh,
at all,
God,
but
my-
I just think the referee reacted to
Did-
that.
did
you
did
see that
again?
incident.
It's kind of his
I did have
catchphrase.
Vitali in the
Was that
penalty
intentional?
box. It's going to be a power play for Mississauga.
Okay.
Very, very important
Totally
ball with 3:15
intentional.
left in the third quarter that they have to really capitalise on.
Darn.
You see the Metro Stars trainer tending to Mirabelli. Look worrisome for a second there because he wasn't moving much, but he's up on his feet.
Yay, he's
So,
back up.
Massimo, big strong boy. Almost like
Yeah.
it was a shoulder that
Of course.
I don't know if it was a head clash or if it was
One of the rules that I didn't really know until, I don't know, halfway through the season when I really started looking into it more was the fact that they have to go off when the trainer comes out. I didn't know that up until now. So I was just thought, oh, okay, it's just, you know, they go off because the trainer makes them. But no, it's literally a rule.
See how that could be a blue card, but anyway, he's in the box. And It's a chance.
I didn't know that. I'm kind of dumb.
Golden opportunity
So-
for the Metro Stars here on the power play. Minute 50 to work with remaining in this, as they'll try to notch a third. Even things
Oh, he
up.
did get a blue
Yeah.
card for that.
Rodriguez,
The blue came late, though.
Graham,
After
Zero.
he reacted to the foul call and
You see the confidence.
didn't throw the ball back to the official. He didn't throw it away from him. He just kind of picked it up and dropped it exactly where it was.
Didn't exactly give it to him.
And I was like, that's attitude. Let's give you a blue. Although it felt like,
That's it.
I mean,
You
could
get a
have been a
blue.
warning or a yellow instead.
Back to Rodriguez, one-timer.
He's not that lucky.
Defensive play by Utica to knock it out.
I don't know. He was able to earn himself a red
Babuli,
this past season.
Rodriguez.
That was,
Rosario
listen,
this time, they do. There's Rosario
talk to him after that,
Oh,
or not
try.
after, but like right after that game, but
Glass,
you know, at one point he was,
collects,
he had no issue with his actions at that time.
I mean, considering it was said to the official that missed the call when Serta took him down in the San Diego game. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to give it to him.
Yeah. Yeah, he had no qualms with that with the word exchange, if you will.
God, that call was awful.
Cross pitch for De Rosario.
You're not kidding.
Rosario could have three so far.
What if I just throw my forearm into this guy's back and take him out of the play completely? That's fine, right?
Just losing his footing.
Yeah.
What if I just throw my fist in his face
And then
and see what
I score a
happens?
goal.
Yep.
And finally gets whistled down. And interesting call on the whistle there. There was no hand.
And then I
ball.
score.
I don't know what they're whistling it for.
Well,
but
it's dangerous play if he holds it between
Yeah.
his feet like that. And he's claiming that he didn't really mean it, but I think he was
Oh.
playing it a bit coy there. And
So what do you think about what do you think for this next season?
When we saw that one, we were into the boards last
Like,
week. It was a blue
what
card
do you
given,
what do you
wasn't
want to get out of it
it? The power play.
besides
he held up a little
besides,
bit more on this
yeah,
one, so no
you know,
card this time.
getting the Ron Newman Cup
Of course,
for Utica?
Utica
'Cause that's
for-
obvious.
Good for me.
The classic even up call if it happens though. If it's at all considered.
Go
that
ahead,
that was
go
a
ahead.
Well,
call against the Metro Stars, you never know what
Since
the-
we're moving on from Ryan Hall,
Could be looking for any chance to give it one to Babuli.
head coach,
Who's moving on?
the organization
moving
is
on.
moving on from
Right there, don't know
Ryan
who's
Hall.
where. Big number 2 for the Metro Stars and the-
After 4 years of seeing a more defensive-minded head coach,
back on the pitch, though.
I would expect them to go for someone who's offense first and might free things up a bit like we saw in Milwaukee.
And they've effectively killed
You know,
off
faster
the
pace.
penalty. So back to 6-on-6 action here at the Paramount Fine Foods.
Free agency,
Utica on the attack.
if there's someone available that
Rodriguez.
can get you
Saga turns
20
on
assists a
Utica.
season,
He's got Matt Rios on the far side.
Ash needs to throw whatever money at that person to get them here.
He's got Rodriguez. Back for Marco.
Like, Utica needs someone that can create.
Rios, oh,
You saw that
and he had
way
it
too much this
Yeah,
year, where
right
just
there.
Went the wrong direction.
guys were going one-on-one and trying to make their own shot because there was no one to get them
Right
open.
onto Alex.
Absolutely, but here comes Utica. Here's
Which is
Slav.
what we attempted to do with
Slav
Like-
and Everton and
Slav. You know, we
Lucio.
tried to have him be the opportunity maker. Lucio. Yeah, it just, you know, every time we tried to have someone do that, fill that role, something ended up happening to them in one way or another. So that
Stay
kind of,
healthy.
you know,
like-
smooth that one over.
Like I said, in such a tight game with a 2-goal lead going into the
Given the history, I don't think you can count on Logan for more than 16 to 18 games. So make sure there's depth.
Over the next 15
Nope.
minutes and 15
Always needs depth.
Toby's 40
Margin for error.
now, so
Stretch here.
I don't know. Who knows if he'll come back next year.
Really see them after a relatively quiet first half. He's
I
really
have
picked it up
talked
in the
to him
third
on
quarter
a
as
few
the days go
occasions,
on.
He's got the
and
quality, Alex, but it's
he's
not
ready
really
to
been
go. Okay.
tonight, has it? You know, even with that one there,
Yes.
he was expecting to put it into the back of the net.
I was gonna say I actually get to talk to him potentially this weekend. Yeah.
we'll see about Schindler if he comes back.
They can't do it
We know that kind of hinges on where they train.
much to the
And
relief of
they could be training in Utica next year.
As Utica just
With the
lets
Nexus
puck go.
Center.
They
Right.
don't make an attempt for a final shot. They're happy to take a 3-2 lead here.
Yeah, that's if that actually gets finished.
We're going to take a quick time out ourselves. You're watching
But it wouldn't, I mean, it also wouldn't surprise me if they gave the same option to Jake as they would any other player. Like,
as we move into
just show up once or twice and then come to the game.
Yeah.
Like, I've seen that happen before.
Can tie it up. You never know. We've already seen overtime. About a week and a half ago against Baltimore, but MetroStars.
And it'll be interesting to see how things go with the draft in October. And the combine.
Yep. And the I was gonna say the combine. That's gonna be interesting.
We know someone that is going to try to make the team next year if possible. Yeah,
Which is kind of cool.
They have an invitation from one of the players to train with a couple of guys in Syracuse a few times a week if they can make the drive.
Keeping them tight.
Mm-hmm.
Huber looks
Which, I mean, that's a
confused.
great opportunity.
UCFC, 19
We'll fill you in. We'll fill you in the
just over top
in the
of
chat.
but Mississauga getting in trouble once again in front of their own net.
I really
Getting a
don't know
little
what I
bit
want
too
this
cute
season.
there.
Like,
Shot on goal, just wide.
of course I want to make the playoff. I want the
Right
team
in
to
the
make the
lock there,
playoffs.
wasn't
I want
it?
the
Great
team to
interception
succeed.
from Adrian Can.
I want the
I
team to
still
play
feel like
with the
they're
same
playing around the ball
intensity
a
they
bit too much in
had
front of their own net. Too
that
much
second
side
half of
to
the
side at
season.
times.
Yeah. And of course you want Sogs.
I want all of them.
Every last one.
But, I mean,
really seeing UCFC on the offensive press a lot more.
the
right
question
now.
will be, is everyone going to come back?
Played by Adrian Can. Saga just can't seem to get control.
Yeah.
Oh, of course.
The bully
Free agency and
I
retirement.
would hope so.
over the
I
side
would
again.
hope so. And then it's just a matter of, like you guys said, getting depth, which is something we definitely need.
Off the boards.
And
To get it out of their own
the
end now.
good thing
Zero
about
moving it
having
up.
all of
He's
those
got Graham on
rookies
the right.
this
He's got
season,
Brevis on the left.
that could be our
Zero
depth
holds
right
on.
there. I mean,
Graham.
Yeah.
having those guys with
To
a
the
year of
bully.
experience under
Bully
their
still
belt,
has a shot on
year
goal.
two,
Nice defensive play by Utica.
like,
Blocky shot though. A lot happening there, but no
there's
execution.
a player
unfortunately.
that I'm
Well, it's great
hearing
play from De Rosario. His
like
biggest
becoming
moment of the match,
Utica.
back defensively, using that strength, know-how, then busts through the middle
I
of
would
the
love
field.
to see them in Utica.
3v2 situation, uses it well to Graham. Graham should have went back to De Rosario. He didn't,
well, I mean,
but Babuli
yeah,
Yeah,
followed
there's
up.
also two,
Blast the shot,
not
goal,
expansion,
goal,
but returning
goal,
teams
goal,
coming in
timely bought by the Utica defender.
Mesquite and Monterey, so there's 52 to 60 more roster spots for teams to fill.
Utica City ball here with 12:35
Yep.
left in the fourth quarter.
But yeah, I don't see any of the Utica guys going to either
Marked
place.
by Alberto Harris, another player from Croatia AC in the APL.
No.
So
I mean, I don't know. I'm assuming we probably only signed like a lot of the guys that we ended up pulling in. I will call it last minute. I could see a lot of them potentially going back to other teams. Hoxie, I could potentially see going back if he got an offer from like Baltimore.
I don't think you'll see him going back to Baltimore. I think
We've seen
Really?
man advantages in this game so far for the Metro Stars.
I
Able to
think
convert thus far, though.
it wouldn't surprise me if he went to Harrisburg. I mean, he had a good relationship
12
with
minutes
Pat
even
Healy.
now, remaining in the fourth quarter of play.
Definitely could use
Suarez
him
moves up the challenges, man. Gonzaga
in developing
playing it
these
off to the
players
window.
along with Dominic
Rodriguez
Francis.
right there, marking back for Gonzaga once again.
I mean, Utica.
I mean, out of the
is
two, I'd
also
rather
an
have him go
option.
Utica.
I mean,
Gonzaga switches off.
All right.
I don't know.
Here's an interesting thought for you guys.
CFC
Mm-hmm.
moving to it.
Given the experience on the team, would you take the chance on a first-time head coach?
No help there as he was on his own. Utica manages to
I will answer your question
moving
with
up
a
the
question.
Okay.
challenge to Root, marked by
Does
Matt
the
Rios.
coach have experience as a player? of the-
Yes.
Still a single goal separating these two squads. Utica City 3,
I would say
so.
Mississauga 2, live at the
I
Paramount
would.
Fine Food Center here in
I
Mississauga,
think that's
Ontario,
the
Canada.
big
As you see
thing.
the Mississauga City
I
supporters
think
group
having knowledge of the
making their
game is
voices
like
heard, trying to will their team
number one.
mindset. Get the tying marker here.
I'm just salty, so I'm just gonna say I mean,
Look, we know you're salty, Brandon, but hear me out.
I know, objective.
Hear me out. How would you guys feel about, given his familiarity with the game, familiarity with the team, and decade and a half-ish experience playing, if Lucio Gonzaga decided to coach? Would you consider him as a candidate?
Not where I thought you were going with that.
He can move over midfield in the fourth quarter. Can't do that before then.
You look at
Up there is that
the last
man.
few players to become coaches.
Tavernese.
So you look at David Bastow. Look what he did in Baltimore. I mean, he did great things. He would be like number 3 if I had a vote for coach of the year.
He played in his captain.
Number 1 is Ricardinho of Dallas.
Yeah, that's a hard one to overlook.
Where it actually happened should have been advantage played, but
And he started 0-3 in the hole.
much to the
Yeah.
relief of the Metro Stars, but Bully was
So
penalised for that infringement. I don't know, it looked shoulder to shoulder,
former
Alex. Don't know what you
players,
think.
knowledge
I
of
thought
the
he got him a bit from behind.
I think is a big thing as well.
Sure it
How
was,
each
but-
team
Not sure that one was
is
quite
running.
50-50.
and using whatever they have to their advantage.
Luckily for
Like,
the Metro Stars, as you mentioned, the referee did not
I mean,
call it.
David
Yeah.
Bascom, more of a defensive-minded guy.
9:44 left in the
Ricardinho's
fourth
got
quarter
like the futsal background and
Alex Bastiansky alongside
more
Steve
run and
Caldwell as
gun-ish.
we continue this adventure in the very first season
So
in the history
I
of the
think Lucio
Mississauga
would be a
Metro
good
Stars, the
candidate.
first Canadian team in the Major Arena Soccer League.
Will it
Really
happen?
cutting to the
Probably
middle,
No, I don't see it happening, but
trying to work that
if he
middle
chooses to go that route, I could see him catching on somewhere as an assistant and being a successful head coach in the future.
for Dero in the middle, calling for it. Dero playing it back for Graham.
Even being
Graham down the wing,
an
right
assistant,
off his man.
you know, could he even do an assistant or assistant coach player?
Well, he'll be
At least for a
43
little.
coming off an Achilles tear, so.
Oh, and it goes!
Ooh,
You know, no
ooh,
big
the
deal.
left-footed strike from
That
the
one hurts.
captain.
What a left foot!
Mm.
What a strike by Josh, and it's a 3-3 game. The Metro Stars.
It's still
Oh, yeah.
pretty.
9:02 left in the fourth
Like
quarter.
it's still
Now we're
real
tied at
pretty.
3, under 10 minutes to go. Oh, this was a good game.
He just arrows one into the corner.
I know, it was so good.
Coughlin, who's been magnificent in the goal.
Stressful,
Mhm.
stressful,
No chance here.
but a good game.
Yeah,
Before he
I
could even
was,
see it, isn't it? It just hits it so
staying
sweet,
calm
Billy.
at this point.
The point there again, playing some nice playmaker stuff. There's Paredes
I think he
bang.
was
I think if,
Yeah.
I'm not sure if
you know, as we head into next year and what we would like to see out of the team,
Rosario going to cross the goal and a few of his own defenders, but I don't think he's getting
and
there.
I think
He is.
getting back to the playoffs
So powerful, so sweet from Josh Paredes.
has got to be
There's Phillips down the
at
right
least
side.
the
Wheels
end of
wide
season
open,
goal.
Just couldn't get it there in
mhm.
time, though. Wheels was wide
But
open.
getting above 500 comes
Harris
before
was
that.
coming in there after they came off the boards for the volley.
Like, if the league decides to go with less teams in the playoffs than the
And we talked again about
3/4 of the league like they did this year,
Goal to goal, that is Josh
um,
Paredes.
Yeah.
maybe only 6 make it in.
You want to call it taking it for the team.
It's going to be a bit tighter race to get in. I don't see it happening that way because I think they like the extra games and extra revenue.
Yeah, of course.
But
He's got that shot in him, isn't he? We've not seen.
I would rather have a winning season and miss the playoffs than a losing season and make the playoffs.
Just wraps his foot around it. It's the instep, but he hits it with such power, and such assurance that there's no way that the keeper can get to it, especially with the bodies in front of the goal.
You
This
know,
match's level is nice from Blue, wasn't it?
I was okay with Utica not making the playoffs. Here's why. They ended the season as one of the hottest teams.
Took a bit of a shoulder there and fell in an
They,
awkward angle.
Fair.
they ended on a high
See if he
note.
gets
I
up
mean,
on his own steam.
yes,
and, yeah, at least he's
I
getting a
know
look
they
at-
beat squads in both Tacoma and Chihuahua. I get it.
There was the one shot,
But
yeah,
you
just,
beat Florida. You beat one of
just an
the
awkward foul.
Yeah, it was awkward.
one of the
It wasn't
finalists for the
much in it
Ron
from
Newman.
Drew.
But it might have been a physicality.
After getting blown out the first time you played it.
And you took San Diego to the final whistle.
You took the other finalists
Oh.
to
Rosario
5
out there,
to
he's just
4.
about to head off, but Phil Leonardi showing more and more confidence
So,
in Jonathan
although
Rosario.
it's a good
Time
night
out is
to
called.
make the playoffs,
We're going to take a quick break as well. You're watching Mississauga Metro
ending
Stars
the
Arena
season
Soccer
at a
on
positive
NASL
is
TV. We'll be right back.
definitely better than ending it.
Welcome back to Mississauga
Ending it
Metro
like
Stars Arena
it
Soccer
did
on
in
MASL
2019,
TV. Alex
2020.
Vashvansky alongside
I was going to say, first season where we did make it to the playoffs and got knocked out in round 1 in the mini game against our rivals, basically.
Well, I would say that the ending of 1920 was a lot worse because, I mean, losing to Harrisburg, losing to Sonora, getting blown out in Sonora.
Lost his touch at the
Yep.
Completely falling apart against KC, and then the season just ends.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a...
No, it doesn't end.
Well, no, yeah, then you lose in Harrisburg.
You lose in Harrisburg, and then the season. Like, that right there.
Oh boy.
Nope.
Out.
He's going to go down, did you?
Yeah. Stays on his feet though, he's an honest boy.
So I think,
Yeah, that made it tough.
If it was next season, I would want
Here's Damian Graham fighting off the tally.
more depth
Intercepted though.
and just
Here
the
they
same
come,
amount of
Utica City
intensity as
in
from
close.
when they
Ceballos gets a foot on it.
had
And
they
that's enough time to let the
the
defenders
second
go
half
back.
of the year.
Mississauga playing with fire though.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
Yeah, it's that square ball.
they come back with
all the way across
at least,
the
we'll say,
arena. It's very,
not,
very
well, I
dangerous
won't
to
say all the
play.
players, but I will say a similar
So
set
then,
of the
near
players.
the bench as well. I'm not sure
And they
if
bring
Bobo
that
came
same
on to
exact
change
intensity
there.
that they did for that
Sometimes
second
he
half. Oh,
changed and he just
you have
walks onto
you have a
someone.
heck of a
That
season
was
ahead of
the
you.
case, But anyway, it was a dangerous ball from Paredes. And they should have made
Also,
more
let's
of
hope
that.
the schedule's not so heavy in one half and light in the other. A little more balance and strength of schedule probably helps.
And maybe not a super long road trip like we did literally pretty much the entire month of
Comes down to
February.
arena availability, unfortunately.
Oh, I realize that, but
Just a little bit sloppy on. I mean, overall,
I still would like to go to a home game every once in a while.
Taking a look at the shots right now, 27-22
I don't know.
for Utica City.
I kind of, like I said,
Metro
I
Stars
kind of want to
continue to
go
have the lead in
to
block
Tacoma.
shots with
I kind of want to
13
go
Utica City's
to
9. Close Phillips.
Chance.
Monterey or Chihuahua.
What a chance.
Just missed the far
I mean, I've
post.
been to every other
Set up
arena
by
Yeah.
Azorios.
Mm-hmm.
Really instinctive
So,
play between the boards.
except Baltimore. I will
Just
never
causing
set foot in
indecision. It
Baltimore.
broke to Phillips. I really fancied him to put it in the
Ah,
back
so
of
that's
the
one
net.
thing Sterling has on you.
Himself and
That he will
disappointed
always
that he couldn't.
have because
A good chance missed, unfortunate.
I refuse to go
Lays
there.
it off just outside the far post.
Wow.
Rosario was mentioned on the pitch now.
It's
He's
not
deep
that...
right now.
I mean, it's a basketball arena.
Increase of the Utica City as it comes to Rios. There's
Yeah,
Rosario.
if I want to go,
I'm
if I
assuming
wanna
it's
go
not
to
the
a
arena
Baltimore
that's the
I'll
problem.
go to that.
It's a, you know, it's a newer facility. brightly lit. Just-
Tavernese in the quarter.
Pretty
Yeah.
small field, though.
Lay it off the glass and get it out. Despite being under pressure,
You know, just a little,
they stumble,
it's a little
I mean, if you want to
baby.
sit
turns it back.
2 foot behind the net, you can do that. There were seats available there when I was looking at tickets. But
I just don't see. I don't see that as being entertaining.
only at one
I
end.
mean,
Well, it,
Switch the play to the Rodriguez.
I mean, you
But
can
always
chit
the
chat
best was brilliant play from Harris, his best moment of the match.
and heckle really closely.
You see Rodriguez now.
yeah, just you know, it's not like sitting behind, say, home plate at a baseball game or something. It's not. It's nowhere near the same thing. I mean, it's you're literally.
It's not a good
I
view.
mean, you're gonna have a really hard time
It's
seeing
not
the
gonna
other
be a
side of the
good view.
field.
Sloppy goals they've allowed, unfortunately,
No.
in the past. And they've got a
Don't
chance
juggle
to
that.
pull off a great win against a very strong Utica City squad.
Oof.
Another great defensive play there by Mobabuli to poke it away. He gets it back.
I like how the announcers,
On the
and
wing,
it wasn't
Graham
just
calls
this
for
game, but
Badillo,
it
waits
was
for some
every game
reinforcements,
in
gets
this
it back to
Mhm.
Mobabuli.
they called Slav. They called him
Just a
Slava
solid performance
every
by
single
Mississauga
time.
tonight.
Slava.
Mobabuli all around his height.
They did try to pronounce his name
Yeah,
like one time.
Yeah, we'll
later
wait for
on,
that
because
because it's pretty good.
Coughlin was aware and got that right.
Like Ubi, piece of it.
There's like an S in there that doesn't exist.
Great
Yeah.
night for
Yeah.
Um,
UCFC.
Yeah, it's They butchered it really
So
bad.
if you want to hear a funny pronunciation of his last name, I'll send you a link. It was the first time Syracuse ever went out west. And they played in Turlock. And they're naming off like all the players. And I think Andrew's last name was Andrew Paul.
This isn't you. This is not you.
What the hell?
Whoa!
Did-
This, I'm just telling you
This
now.
is something
this is
weird.
Not you.
Oh,
This
the
is
game did this?
Yeah, because I'm literally. This is nothing to do with your file. This is literally.
Oh, it just.
Because I'm watching it on YouTube as well. Like, I'm watching it separately.
That's a weird thing.
With a 2v1 situation.
All right, we'll just fast forward to
The Utica getting the ball part.
It literally was just.
I was fast forwarding through things, scanning for commercials, watching this, and then, you know, like, yeah, okay, we're around at commercial time, play and watch. End of the half is coming up, let's watch this.
Yeah, no, that was definitely that was absolutely not you. That was 100% the stream itself that was fast forwarding. Because again, I've got your instance up, but I'm also watching it on YouTube, and it's the same. It matched up.
Yeah,
It's the same thing. Happened.
That's weird.
So yeah, they called him Andrew Tallhead. And they're just butchering the names left and right. But Slav was the worst that I have ever heard.
60 seconds of play.
How do you call it?
Stolen.
Like, I get you're out west, but everybody knew of Tom Coughlin. You know, the Giants head coach who won his couple Super Bowls at that time. It's not like his name was... Oh, let's pay attention to these. Yeah, this...
I was gonna say, this is when Huber begins panic mode.
I'm pretty sure I was yelling at the TV, like, how do you lose to a team?
Just when we thought that play was dead and over, he puts it into the top corner, Steven. Incredible.
What a finish from Hannes. Magnificent goal, 2v1 again. This time,
Like looking back
they
at
use
ball,
it, he plays it to
like,
Harris in the wide area,
what
it's behind
is
him a
going
little bit, it
on?
has to come back to Disney, Alex.
Mhm.
And you think the opportunity's gone.
Yeah, because at this time in the MASL in the league, I mean, Mississauga was kind of like the
They had
bottom
two
of the
wins
barrel.
at this point.
point.
Yeah, but that was before Florida bought everybody.
Yeah.
But that got blown
Literally
up.
everybody.
They had
so important. A tight game like this.
I mean, listen to that supporter section.
Oh yeah, they are roaring. I mean, they've been doing it the whole time, but now they're
This is
on.
like the average crowd for San Diego this year, and they're louder than them.
San Diego, maybe an unpopular opinion, I didn't really like their arena. I didn't. It wasn't really lit that well. It was quiet. Like, I don't know. It just wasn't. Like, this was better than San Diego. If I had to rate my experiences at different arenas, this would be towards the top.
Yep.
Because, I mean, the hospitality and everything in Mississauga was, I mean, incredible.
Welcome back to Mississauga Metro.
Well, I mean, just again, and of course the atmosphere that they create, just, you know, having that supporter section going all the time. I mean, I don't know if you guys have ever been to, well, I know you've been, Sterling, to a MLS game. But like, I know at least when we head out to a New England Revolution game, it is constant the whole game, non-stop. That supporter section, which is a big section, by the way, is just non-stop the entire game. Chants, drumming, yelling. Oh, it's intoxicating. I would love to sit in there. Oh yes, Sogs.
Let's enjoy these next 47 seconds. Sixth attacker, Lucio.
They can hold on here in the last 40 seconds.
And it's back.
my TV because I do something. I forget what I do at this point.
All right, here comes the weird pronunciation.
The big man from Bosnia, leading scorer. We were wondering when, if he might break out, and of course he does with 39 seconds left here. What a strike.
Oh, we just cursed it, didn't we, talking about the fact that it wasn't his night and he had missed opportunities, and he picks it up at the right at the yellow line there. It's just an outstanding
Oh, we
finish.
might have missed it. It's like
Lucy
Vanderbilt.
Just in that left foot, whips it past.
Yeah, it's so. It is the weirdest pronunciation I think I've heard of his name.
But the shot's so true and so perfect.
One of the weirdest, anyway.
The lead for barely seconds. And they're going to have to do it again if they're going to prevent overtime in this intriguing MASL match.
Just an absolutely
Just like,
Something. The next goal that
by
has
the
to
big
happen.
man. And
When it happens?
Let it happen.
yeah,
I mean, somebody's gonna win this game.
Change things? Why would you do that?
here's a chance.
Oh.
Just one, and it's in. Oh, heartbreaking for the Metro Stars. 13.7 seconds left.
Oh, I love that. I love that goal
Way to
so
go
much.
down.
Even more
In the
amazing to
span
watch.
of what, 26
Put it in the
seconds,
corner.
Going
And then
from looking
just
at
chip.
possibly their third win. in
Apology to
franchise
Zeballos,
going
though.
down.
My lord, did he get the wrong end of that?
Oh boy, I don't know what else to say, Steven.
So at this point,
Tough.
Joey can't figure out how to put his jersey on.
Bo and I
Zeballos is down here. I
run
think it's
down.
hurt. He needs some
back.
treatment. Daru's very sportsmanlike, trying to get
We're
his
celebrating.
opposition goalkeeper a little bit
Bo
treatment, but that's
wants
sickening.
to go
Basically, the last two
into-
goals there from
Up there,
Utica coming
yep.
from the two superstars.
Yep, you see me going back up to the
Heart-wrenching stuff
go back
for
up to
a
the
crowd
seat.
that was on its feet.
But
You see the first
Bo
off the glass and the
wanted to go
rebound, just-
onto the bench.
Yeah, just there, just alert, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Kept going.
Yeah,
Bo,
it's Adrian Kahn
you're
that's just a little bit
suspended. You cannot be on
asleep,
the
but
bench.
Just a touch
You
behind
can't
there.
you have
get
yeah.
on the
to
bench.
commend Tavernese for his quality.
Let me on the
just to
bench.
sniff
Let
out
me
the goal. We
in.
spoke about that, his ability just to sneak in at the right place at the right time. US
Just that
international.
meme. Just let me in.
And he's
Let
probably
me
won the game
in.
for Utica here. There's a
that
final
goal
timeout
right
from
there,
Phil
that
Anadi
was-
and the Metro Stars as they try and take this game to
This
overtime.
is so good.
Showing their experience,
Towards
showing
the
their
end of the
quality.
season, they would have
Tavernese
never let that in.
and Slava.
No,
moments
no,
before
no, no.
that. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back in just a moment. We're back here after a quick break, Alex.
Just have to have that one last break.
I told you,
47.9 seconds left.
Right.
Mississauga
So-
goes up
You see me.
by fourth
I don't know
count
if
off
you
an
can still
absolutely
see. I
gorgeous
just got my
shot.
screen. I'm turning
by
around. I'm
Alberto
talking to
Harris.
someone
Seconds later,
in the
leading scorer for Utica
crowd,
City,
and we're all
Slavisa
like yelling to put
Halisovic,
in Hayden Clark. Because I was
notching
following him on Twitter
his ninth goal
before
of the
this
season.
whole thing happened.
Right.
to tie it up. We were
And we're
thinking
all
Yeah.
like, put in Clark.
we were headed to
put in
overtime,
Clark.
and then just seconds later,
And he like looked
Joe,
back
it
and
was
started
Tavernese that got
laughing
it.
at us. And he's
Yeah,
like,
it was Tavernese,
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
put
the,
the
that
U.S.
right goal.
international, scoring to make it
Didn't
5-4.
figure
I
they
mean,
would have done that with
all
13
credit to
seconds left.
UCFC. I mean, when we
At
talk
the same
about
time, though, I
keeping your
mean,
stuff
you know,
together,
Yeah.
we
after
literally
going down
saw
by
how
one,
quickly the
That's
game
really
could
well.
turn
the Metro
around.
Stars, they've got
They're
6 men
fine.
up here,
Yep.
and they'll see if they can notch it up with 10 seconds
I got
left.
them both back
They're going to
now.
have to hurry, though. Osario in the corner. They're going to look to just waste time, UCFC. They get it out. One shot here. Rodriguez. Shot on goal. No dice. And the education of the Mississauga Metro Stars continues
What a
in
game.
heartbreaking fashion today.
So
after
happy with that game.
really a tremendous performance against an experienced Utica
Oh my God,
City
the
team.
no
Ultimately,
mustache.
though, It's the big and
Cough.
white that come away with the 5-4 victory. Steven, your final thoughts
Listen,
on the match
the
today?
look began to grow
Well,
on me,
disappointed for the
and
team in
then
orange for
I mean
the
he
effort
got rid
they
of
put in.
the
Harris with that
man
wonderful
bun
goal
and
just
Yeah, but the
like
man
that.
bun's immortalized in a
We see
bobblehead.
The third victory in franchise history. And
it
a
is
very,
immortalized
very
in
important one.
bobblehead. It will be
You know,
sitting
40
on
plus
my
seconds to go.
on
It was a
my
moment for big players,
in my living
big
room on the
moments,
shelf for
decided
a
by
very
big
long
players.
time,
Slava was the first one to
along
draw
with the other
Utica
three.
level with an absolutely
And the soccer
outstanding
ball
left
from,
foot
like, the
curler
first
into the
season
corner.
that
And
we
then
got
it was a
randomly given
US
to us.
international Tavernese, just with
what a
that instinct, that ability just to sneak into an area. Adrian Kahn caught in his heels a little bit, and there was Tavernese to give Utica the 5-4 advantage. And
Ugh.
ultimately they win.
Such a good end to that game.
Disappointment, but another
How often do you see 3 goals scored in the final minute?
Mississauga have to take the lessons learned, good and bad, and
Not often.
come back stronger for it.
It's obviously so tough going down like this, but you kind of think that there's still this is an urgent.
Finally,
Yeah.
Coach Greg can finally breathe with
being
13
a squad
seconds
that doesn't
left.
have that kind of experience and coming up, and you know, I think they're going to do an on-field interview here. So we're going to get off
yeah,
here in just a moment. Here. But listen,
definitely,
Stephen, once again, thank you.
Thank you, Alex.
Great job.
One
And,
heck of a game. I didn't
we'll be
expect
back
it to
on
be that
February
close.
15th for the next home game against the.
And there, I mean, the funny thing is, you know,
Stephen
you
Caldwell. I'm Alex Bastian.
still
We'll
see.
see you next time.
I mean, you still hear the supporter section throughout that whole thing at the end. Like, they're still going.
yeah.
It does not matter that they lost. Like, that is where Utica was for the
San Diego game.
San Diego game. I mean, that I don't want to take credit for that, but I felt like that was our section that started that, because we were looking at them, we're just like, no, you don't deserve to be down on yourselves for that performance in that game. You absolutely don't. You need to walk off that field with your heads held high. So it's just like, no, the only way to bring them back out of their potential funk is literally to just cheer them on, and that's what everybody did, and it felt great. And then of course they all came into most of them came into 72 after the fact, and they got cheered coming in because it was that good of a performance. They played their hearts out, and that's what we wanted to see.
What a game.
What a game, and just overall
Hey, what the fuck is
a good season. Just not for the first half, for our for this current season.
Yeah.
Sadly.
Okay. Well, to you two, thank you for joining. Although I don't know what just went on and why you disappeared on the stream.
I was gonna say, there's only you and me in here.
Well, now I see just me.
Well, no, I mean, in the call.
Oh, Hubert dropped out.
Yeah, Hubert dropped. So it's just you and me.
Oh, he dropped and it went big on me, that's why. So it's hiding you on the... Well, thanks for joining, Matt, and goodbye, and you can follow him at
Places.
FC Fanatic, and you can find him in the box, the Facebook group, or the YouTube show, which will be live tomorrow at 8 or 8:30, one of those times. I don't know. He would plug it if he was here, but he's not, so...
And they're gonna have a player on tomorrow.
Yeah. Matty P.
Oh, that him? He back. We were doing your
Late phone call from Hannah. So I can do pluggables quick.
So it's not going to be
in
like
the
where
box,
you were, where you were talking to Hannah on in the box, and we could see the conversation happening.
Yeah,
and
you could just see me. Yeah, yeah,
Yep.
nothing like that. So yeah, in the box tomorrow, Matt Perella, goalkeeper for the Milwaukee Waves, formerly of Utica City. And then I think giving our picks for the Ron Newman Cup. Pretty much it.
I mean, what else is there to cover? In reality, I mean, we're at the
awards.
tail end.
I mean, awards. I mean, they haven't
Fair.
given out the individual awards yet. But
That's fair.
I will accept them on behalf of everyone.
Yes.
well, I would like a Lifetime Achievement Award for Sogs.
Sogs.
I would like the shortest road trip award. Sorry, shortest cross-country road trip award.
Yes, you probably should.
I just want to be able to take a road trip back to Rachacha. Those were fun road trips. I miss those. Bring back Ra-cha-cha.
Okay, Brandon, you can start that hashtag campaign. I'll leave that all to you.
Yeah. That's going to fall flat.
What? You do this.
But
My thing blew up in size for some reason.
great.
Let's lock it again. See if that
Oh, wow.
fixes it.
Yeah, all I can see is just the top of your head.
It's very bright and shiny, huh?
It was very reflective, yes. I could see the computer screen.
That actually didn't do anything.
You were looking at some stuff.
Yeah, you see it in my eyes. You can find Brandon and I on Twitter at KCPMatt or KCP_Sturls and KCP_Brandon. Brandon, you also have this thing glowing in your background if you want to plug that.
No, I don't stream on Twitch a couple times a week at twitch.tv/high5pars where I play video games.
Never heard of it.
Nope, never.
Keeper's Corner PD is the Twitter handle for us. Our Instagram is Keeper's Corner Pod. You can find us on Facebook as well. We're also a Twitch account, but that's more just because I needed an account to chat and to watch when the league moved over there.
But now nobody else can have it.
Yeah. That was actually Keepers_Corner_Pod, so that like it was easily readable.
Yes.
It's almost as bad as Sogs.
But not. But worse than Superstructure.
Superstructure.
I can't wait to hear that 35 times during a Mesquite game next year.
Oh, it's gonna be great.
So you don't want to have
Great.
superstructure on repeat?
Oh no, I don't want it 35 times.
Superstructure. Superstructure.
He has.
I can make it 35 right now. If
This
you
is,
want.
this is why Michelle.
It reminds me of the episode of In the Box, which is
No, we're not going down that rabbit hole again. No, I heard that phrase too many times.
Yeah, that's exactly what it reminded me of.
I don't know if you caught that one, Brandon, but Adam was doing the same thing you were with minigame.
I will send you the link and the time frame,
'Cause-
Brandon.
At one point, he ran off like 20 of them in rapid
Wait.
succession.
Wait. What about minigame?
Nothing.
Out minigame?
Oh no, this is.
No, it's a sound clip from one of the Chihuahua broadcasts.
Ah, okay.
Like the overtime.
Overtime. Yeah, I hear that enough when I watch that.
All right, this actually worked out pretty well, guys. I think the stream ran smoothly from what I'm hearing. A couple ideas from someone well more experienced in media production than I am.
Yeah, I saw the feedback.
Um,
I was already responding.
Matt, we only have one critique for you because you haven't read it yet, and that is sit up. You look like Costanza in the Art of Seduction photo.
Listen, I'm comfortable.
In more ways than one.
Yeah, you're chill.
I am chill. And I'm wearing pants.
That's good.
Which is good. At least you're getting.
I'm not. I'm wearing shorts.
And a picture.
Hey. We're supposed to wear pants?
Okay, and on that note.
Bye.
Okay, bye.
Hang on, let me stand up real quick.
Brand and I will be back maybe next week to do a year-end wrap-up podcast, which you can find on Spotify or Anchor or Google Podcasts or Apple Podcasts, pretty much anywhere you listen to podcasts. if I say that one,
tie it off like a bow, or tie it off with a bow.
yeah, it'll be a big recap. A lot of stats for you stats nerds like me.
Yeah, I'm working on my own stats,
Woo, woo.
not the ones that are available on the website.
Well, I'm doing the best I can with what I have.
Okay, look, it's angry stats. Okay,
Okay.
angry.
I mean, like, this became a big you know, we'll talk about the goalkeeper rule and my findings on it.
Goalkeeper role.
We will talk about the little clip from a broadcast from 2017 where it's pretty convincing evidence that the goalkeeper rule is nothing more than one man's vendetta against a certain style of play.
Okay, I'm curious about that.
I'll find it and clip it, and yeah. We'll recap, we'll reminisce, we will throw some numbers your way to show how Utica did compared to previous seasons.
Throw them. Chuck them.
What kind of numbers were you throwing? Were they crooked numbers?
Odd numbers.
They're odd. So there were some crooked numbers, and then
Odd ones are more pointy.
what about 3?
3 still got. It's got 3 points.
Yeah, but I could get hit with the other side of it.
Oh, you were expecting a response?
No, it's just the way you're looking at me.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Is it bothering you? Is it bothering you?
No. We still got to reach out to a couple people and see if we can get them to join. Because I really would like to do monthly interviews if possible, just to keep the team in the news.
In the news. I almost said in the nose.
Like cocaine. I mean, we are addicted.
Oh, I'm addicted to all the things they do.
All right. With that, thank you to everyone that tuned in, even just a little bit, just to check in.
Just a little bit.
Okay, we're gonna stop Brandon's karaoke session.